are listening to BL in the Air. My name is Chy,
And I'm Alex.
and today we are going to be talking about one of the biggest shows that came out this year. There's a lot to talk about. It is called Top Form. But before we get into all of that, Alex, what's in the air with you today?
Me and who? Not me and T, which is
Oh,
also great,
mm-hmm.
but me and who? The Big Park
Yeah, I
Show.
saw I saw you guys all freaking out about it in the Discord, and I was like, "What is happening with this show?"
I literally, I was laying on my couch watching the most recent episode last night, and I could literally track on my heart rate monitor on my smartwatch. My heart rate increased because of the show today. I
In
was
what way? Like, is it like drama or
Yes,
like
it's very big
okay?
drama of I don't want to give anything away because I want you to watch
Mm-hmm.
it. Um
Yeah.
Honestly, Big Park chemistry is incredible, but it's
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Big just had a really heavy scene he had to do, and maybe not heavy, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a really important scene, and just all the emotion and all the stress and everything, and I literally watched it and then rewound it and watched it again because I was like, holy shit. Um,
Okay.
but I love the show. I way more than I thought I
Mm-hmm.
would. This is one of those I so Big Park. They're great actors anyway. But I hated Monster Next Door, right? I've not been shy about how much I hated it. Which the show's
Mm-hmm.
not bad. Honestly, the show's not bad. It's
Misleading.
so misleading it just makes me mad, right? And and also, please, I hope somebody has saved that turtle in the show because the turtle is in literally a critter box.
Oh,
And it escapes twice. And I'm like, yeah, it's because you have it in a shoebox. Um maybe give it
yeah.
appropriate space. But right, and so it was one of those I went into Me and Who not super excited because
Mm-hmm.
sure, they're good actors, that's fine, whatever. But I was like, I just after I Monster Next Door just put such a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I'm gonna give them another shot.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did.
Okay, what is the show about?
Okay, so you have Park's character, right? And he's this poor kid, whatever, you know, lower middle class, whatever, lower class, I don't know. You know, works at a convenience store, whatever, does delivery, kind of chill, whatever, dude, right? He gets into a car accident, first 5 minutes of the show, right? And then he wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
He looks exactly like himself, but he's basically in a whole new world and has taken over somebody else's life. But like they look the exact same, so every he jumped bodies with his doppelganger in a different universe, basically. Um,
Interesting.
and his doppelganger, his name is Apo, and he is flamboyant and extra and obnoxious and just you know, um, like honestly, everybody kind of fucking hates him,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Because he's not a good person. Um, and but he's engaged to Big's character, uh,
Oh.
who is rich business person, right? They keep calling him Your Majesty or some shit like that. So I don't know what that's about because he's not royalty. He's
Okay,
just
they probably just use some like
yeah,
honorific that doesn't translate well or something
yeah.
maybe.
That's my guess, but it's really funny to just be yeah, Your Majesty, and I'm like, when did he become royalty? But
Yeah.
yeah, and Big's character doesn't even like Apo either, right? So you that yeah, so you have that whole thing of whatever. But the problem is Big's character can read minds. So Big
Oh,
clocks it
interesting.
immediately that that's not Apo anymore. Um,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Okay.
I can make this work for me. I don't want to be engaged to Apo. So if we just fake the shit, I'll keep your secret and then we'll go through as far as we need to and then I'll just end the relationship right before the marriage and then I get what I want and you can go do whatever the fuck you want basically. Leave me alone. I keep your secret if
Uh-huh.
you help me with this. Right? But obviously they end up falling in love, right? Because
Of
what else,
course.
right? And so
That's the show.
yeah. And so it's basically them going through this fake relationship and falling in love and then the shit happens, right? Because in like this universe, Appo was also in a car accident. So that's when like they did the body switch
Mm.
thing. So I don't know if it's a body switch or like if Appo is in the other universe or if it's like Appo died and Torn like moved over. I don't know yet, but
Uh.
so um after my like freak out over how like the last episode ended, I went into here's what I think's gonna happen. Like there's like two different ways I think they can take the show, and I don't know which one it's gonna be. Or if they're gonna
Mhm.
find a third path I just didn't think of. Um,
Yeah.
but
Interesting.
yeah, there's only like one thing that I have like a really big problem with, but it's not like show ruining type of a problem. It's just one of those of like, okay,
Mhm.
we made a point of this really early on and then we dropped it. And I'm like,
Okay.
why did we spend like a whole episode on this and then now we don't care about it anymore? But it should still be
Uh-huh.
impacting things. So
Okay. Maybe it'll come back like maybe that'll be a part of the third option or something.
mm, I think it's gonna be part of what explains stuff to other people. 'Cause I don't want to spoil it, but I don't think it's gonna
Okay.
impact anything as far as how the show ends. Um, it just, but yeah, it was one of those things of like, okay, we dropped that, but
Yeah.
sure, right? Um, but yeah, it's such a fun show. It's a
Okay.
good time.
I've heard good things.
Yeah,
So, mhm.
I first off, I forgot that Top Form came out this year. That feels like a lifetime ago. Um,
Literally a lifetime ago.
like look like looking at the dates of when this aired, I'm just like, really? Okay, so because before looking at that, I was like, my top show this year so far is Kim Jira, and I would say Me and Who's number two. But now I'm like, but also
Mm.
Top Form was really good. So
Yeah.
I think Me and Who might be number two, depending on how it ends when it ends. Um, I think there's
Yeah.
one
For
episode
me,
left.
100% Gel Boys is at the top still.
God, that was this year
I
too.
That was this year too. I love Gel Boys. I'd probably have to go back through my list. And I'm also so behind on like every good show that came out this year. I just haven't seen. But
Yeah,
so far, yeah. But that's another one too where I was like, damn, that was this year. That's probably my
yeah,
top one.
yeah. If we do our like year awards, I'm gonna have to like really sit down and figure
Oh,
out what came out this year.
you're gonna have to carry that because I am like so behind on shows this year. So
It's fine.
yeah.
My answer for everything is gonna be Kim Jira. Like just 100%.
Okay.
Best show, best actors. It's
Well, guess what I'm watching right now?
what?
I'm watching Kimjira.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
No shit, Alex.
Woohoo! Finally.
Finally,
Yeah.
I still haven't bought the dumb bracelet I want to buy. Damn, I need
Oh,
to do that.
yeah. The necklace or is it their bracelet?
It's the
Oh,
bracelet.
I did see him get a bracelet
Yeah,
recently. I don't know if that's the one, but
I don't know when he does, but it's one
okay.
from King's character.
Yeah. He
So
just it's like a yarn basically. So, I don't know
yeah,
if that's it, but
yeah. I don't remember when certain things happen early on in the show, so that's where I'm like, I don't know what I want to say and what I don't want to say. Um,
yeah, cuz so right now I'm on episode 3. And I guess if you also haven't seen Kimjira, it is like about this family curse that like all sons born into this family die. They're like murdered by ghosts by the time they're like 20 or something like
mhm.
that. So the main character is born into that family and he's approaching that age, so he's getting like fiercely attacked by a bunch of ghosts and shit. And so he's kind of he's met like his best friend is like an apprentice of a shaman, so they're kind of working with him to try to like stop this from happening. And then there's like some reincarnation stuff going on too. Um so yeah, it's really good. I loved episode 1. I hated episode 2. I loved episode 3. I think I'll love the rest of the episodes. I know we were talking about how episode 2 has kind of a weirdly misogynist plot, which like we
Yeah.
were all kind of like, oh, it didn't really like sit well with us.
Yeah,
But
when you said there were no women in the room, I went and looked at who was like involved, and there was literally no women in the room. Um,
yeah, it very heavily, that episode deals with like domestic violence, and it's very like victim blamey. And
mhm.
also there is literally one scene where the main character, who's a boy, mansplains how serious domestic violence is to the only two like women in the show. And it's like, okay, there were like no women in the writers room, but it's fine. I've heard like the rest of the show is super good. Just that one episode I was like, what are we doing here? But yeah.
I did learn today that a lot of the chants and everything from the show are real. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
and even the like opening like music whatever is like a I think it's a protection chant or something like that.
Mm,
And I was like I thought
okay.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
So,
that is really cool. Yeah, I think Thai culture is super beautiful, and like
mhm.
especially just like the folklore and stuff. So it's been, I really like learning about that. I feel like the show is like a good glimpse into like how like Thai shamanism works. Obviously at like a dramatized fictional level, but like, you know, it's kind of cool to like see that, like even how like that is adapted to be a show when it's, based on like a real thing.
Did I tell you about the Thai shaman that popped up on my TikTok?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
like I went through like his older stuff and then you can see exactly when Kim Jira started airing because he started dressing like
Yeah.
Kang. And like
Yeah,
his
he's like,
content
"Oh, I'm a
changed.
sexy young shaman." Like,
I'm gonna lean into this. And I'm like, you know what?
yeah.
You do that. That's fine. I will continue to watch.
Yeah, right as go ahead, honestly.
So
So, yeah. I am enjoying that, but I'm not very far yet, so I think my experience is equaled out to like a net enjoying it. Even if the one episode I really like, it was all like good, but just the general plot and the message I didn't like. But
yeah.
otherwise, like, it's been a good show, and I think it'll continue to get better.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything
So
else in the show that's as dumb as that is. So
yeah, it's funny. I like put it in the Discord. I was like, "What the heck is happening in this episode?" And like everyone came out of the woodwork, and they were like, "Yeah, that episode's like really fucked up." So
yeah.
wasn't just me, at least. Sometimes I
No.
feel, sometimes I'm like, "Am I the friend that's a little too woke, or is this problematic?" And everyone was like, "Yeah, it's problematic."
hmm Yeah, when I first started watching it, I had a conversation with some of the members in the Discord because somebody came in and they were like, "This episode," and honestly, like I realized it was weird, but I don't know. I was so like blindsided by Kang, I think is my problem, that
Mm.
I didn't catch right away how fucked up it was until we started talking about it like the first time, and I was like, "Oh
Oh.
yeah, no, that's a problem." I just wasn't paying attention. I was like, "That guy over there's hot. I need somebody to save
Yeah.
me if I ever end up in a bad relationship because I'm not gonna notice." Um,
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, revenge against your evil husband is like my forte when it comes to like movies and TV shows. Like that's
yeah.
my favorite thing. And so when I this episode is kind of like that trope, except instead of getting revenge, she's just like blamed for being a victim. And so I was like, ooh, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like I thought this was gonna go a different direction, but just kidding. It's actually sad.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, otherwise I will keep watching and I'm excited. And then once that's done, I don't know. I've still been on my reading kick, so I've just not been watching shows, but I've
Yeah.
been I gotta watch more shows now. So
Yeah. I've been on my gay vampire kick with audiobooks.
oh, I also watched the first two episodes of Heated Rivalry,
Oh,
which is
yay.
the gay Canadian hockey show. So yeah, I did watch that like the day it came out because I was really excited about it. So yeah, and that is super super good as well.
I love that the NHL's like Happy Thanksgiving thing was definitely the same like graphics as Heated
Yep,
Rivalry.
it's, yeah, absolutely crazy. I feel like, yeah, Heated Rivalry is like it's gotten so big, it's like shocking.
Mhm.
Like how much the corners of the world it's reached. So yeah, good for them. I'm very excited for like the next episode to air. I'll be there. So
I know it released with 2 episodes. Is it going to be 2 episodes every week or is it just 2 to start and then
I have no idea, but I assume it's two to start, and then it'll be one episode a week. Because I think it's maybe six. It's like I think it's 6 episodes, maybe 8, but
Oh,
I
that's really
believe it's only
short.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, the book is like not that long
Hmm.
either, so yeah. But like the first 2 episodes cover like 6 years, so
Okay.
it's like at the beginning of the show was really spaced out, and
Mm.
then time slows down like the further you get into it. So yeah, I think what they have planned out for the plot, it seems like a good amount of time for like what's portrayed in the book.
Okay.
So yeah,
Awesome. I'm excited to watch it eventually
yeah,
cuz I'm a big hockey fan anyway, but
mm. Yeah. I mean, there's like 0.5% hockey in it,
it's fine.
but
They're hockey
there
players. It's close
are.
enough.
Yeah, it is probably the craziest NC scenes I've ever seen in my life. So, because
Yeah, I
that was my question. I was like, the book is all smut. How are they going to make a show? The answer: just make the show all smut as well. Hey,
yeah. It
love
makes
it.
sense HBO is the one that picked it up.
Yeah, yeah, right. They're like, oh, we don't really have like terms of service, so
Hmm.
or like censorship. So,
Yeah. After True Blood that was kind of my start with HBO was True Blood, and
mm.
that's especially like season 2 of True Blood is just porn.
I don't think I ever watched more than season 1. So,
Season 2 is about like a succubus or something like that, so she's just got
oh
everyone horny, and
hell
so literally
yeah.
it's like the town-wide orgy at one point.
That's really funny.
Yeah. I so I'd read the books before the show started, and then the first season came out my freshman year of college, and I was super excited. Or it came out before college because I had it on DVD and I brought it with me to the dorm. In my dorm, we were in a suite, so we had a living room. And so I was
Hmm.
like came down the living room with like one of my suite mates watching it, and of course my roommates kept coming in at like sex scenes, and I'd have to be like, "We're not watching porn in the living room." Hi, I
You're
don't
like, are
know
you
you
sure
that
it's
well.
every time? That's so
It,
funny.
it was so awkward because I didn't know some of my roommates very well. Like the only time I would see them was like in the bathroom, like walking by each other, so we didn't talk for like a really long time. And so yeah, having to explain, I'm just watching HBO. It's not porn, over and over and over again. I swear to God.
That's like HBO's old slogan was like, it's not TV, it's HBO. But it should have been, it's not porn, it's HBO.
Yeah, yeah,
So
because I
yeah,
went.
do not watch Heated Rivalry with other people is my recommendation, unless you're really close to those other people.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of NC scenes, though.
yeah, speaking of crazy NC scenes, let's talk about Top Form.
Mhm. So,
Mhm.
Top Form, as we said, aired this year from March 20th to May 15th. Um, it feels like such a lifetime ago. Um,
I know.
before we get into it too much, this Smart Boom, as you guys might remember, we have done a extra bonus episode in between seasons to go talk about what's happened with Smart Boom since this aired. Actually, it started right before the last episode. Um, I will say, since then,
Crazy.
since that recap of kind of everything, I'm so confused.
Mm.
The whole entire fan base has turned against like Highline or Headline, whatever it is, Headliner, right? And they all hate Boom's company now. And I'm like, where did that come
What
from?
happened?
So,
I I've lost the plot. I think we've all lost the plot.
right? Like I feel like they're supporting like Smart's company again, and I'm like, okay, I'm down with not supporting Headliner, but not I'm also not supporting Smart's company. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely not. He the that he is no. Go listen to the episode. That's why we don't support them. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I'm lost. If anyone could fill us in.
yeah, if you don't want to put it out on blast, you can DM us, whatever. I would like to know why we all hate Headliner now. Um,
Yeah, Alex did such a good job compiling like step by step what happened for like those first couple months, like when the show finished. But at this point, it's like we're lost in the sauce. It's like it's too much. I don't understand.
yeah, there's. I'm curious where things are going for Boom now. I will say, but um, and Smart, honestly,
Yeah.
but they're on very different tracks now. Um,
Mhm.
but it is interesting a little bit how what happened parallels the show just a little bit with
Yes, the show kind of predicts the future
yeah, in like the weirdest
in like a
ways.
weird way. Yeah. So
So,
yeah, I have. It's funny because when I was thinking back to the show, I was like, you know what? I really didn't enjoy Top Form. But then as I was rewatching it, I was like, no, I
no.
loved Top Form until like
Yes.
episode 8. And then it really fell apart for me, and I think just the combination of me not enjoying how the show ended combined with like all the drama that happened after made
Mhm.
me have such like negative reactions towards the show, even though I did like really enjoy a good amount of the show. Like most of the show I really enjoyed. I just yeah, it's like a touchy subject now.
Mhm. Yeah. It's I mean, I enjoyed the show, but I know watching that last episode took me months to finally get to it because of everything that happened in like that week from like when whatever Smart's company was like, "Hey, so Smart's done with this shit." And everything that happened after that. I was like, I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I do think too for me, I felt like the show was on track to be something that it never ended up being, and I was really disappointed by that too.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we can talk about that more once we get into it.
Yeah. So to steal my drama list summary, more or less. It's basically the series follows Jin, who's like an emerging actor and is played by Smart, and Akin, who is played by Boom, who is a five-time winner of Sexiest Man of the Year, um, which sometimes I've seen translations call it the most huggable man. So I get confused about that because even like in the show I was watching, it went back and forth a couple times, and I was like, we're just gonna stick with sexiest because that's what makes sense. Um,
Maybe like huggable man is like a euphemism in Thai or something for
Maybe.
like
I don't
yeah,
it
I
might
don't
be from
know.
the original source too because this is from anime or a manga or something like that. So there's I have no idea. Um
Mm-hmm.
but then like as Jin's popularity starts to rise, there's like this playful rivalry between him and Akin and they start teasing and then they kind of like develop into a relationship and then shit goes south very quickly. Um
Yes.
So, casting wise, the main cast it's Jin as Smart and Akin as Boom. There's plenty of other uh, cast members, but we'll cover them as we need to. I have them pulled up,
Mm-hmm.
and then to get straight into it, with episode one, which our episodes have titles, we talked about early on in some other show that we love when they have titles. So
Love it. Give me like a thematic title, please.
that they do because episode one is titled "The Sexiest Man," um,
Hell yeah.
and so we start with like Akin being nominated for Best Actor this year, and also he gets Sexiest Man for the fourth time in a row. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which I
He's
think
the Jonathan Bailey of this timeline.
yeah, I just try like because it's People here that does it right in the U.S. is People's Sexiest Man or whatever, and I
I
think
think so.
yeah, and I can't imagine them like having the same person over and over and over again. I think somebody's gotten it multiple times, but they're like years apart. Um, and also like
Yeah, and
peop
half the time it's also just like Blake Shelton. It's like who the fuck thinks this guy's Sexy anyway.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Bailey though, this year,
No, that
good
was
pick.
yeah. But also the sexiest man is voted for, so it
Yes,
is a
yeah,
little
let
different
us
from
vote
us.
on it.
Yeah, let us pick because we'll have a different one.
Please. Yeah.
um, but Akin is cast in this crime drama called Akina, um, which is interesting because that's his next show. Um,
Yep.
and but Jin is also cast to be in Akina, but he's a newcomer. Like this is like his first show basically. So he's new
Mhm.
to the industry, and yeah, and so Jin has these two managers at this time, and they're like super worried that like his heart's not in the show, and that he just kind of like agrees to everything that people say. Like people will be like, "Do you want this?" And he's like, "Sure," and just like kid has no opinions, which is so funny because he's so strong-willed by the end of the show.
Yeah. Jin is a psychopath, I think. Like like genuinely. And this will be a running thing for me later on, but Jin is like not right in the head, especially in the beginning of the show. Like he is like not a human with emotions.
It's incredible. I was not expecting you to say that.
Dude, he's so insane. Which is why I thought the show was going to take another direction, but
I,
anyway.
I know what direction you're talking about now. I forgot about that. Um,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, he's just kind of like there at this point, like when he's like
Mhm.
filming stuff, and I don't know why he went the route of acting because he clearly shows no interest in it at this point.
No,
Um,
he's kind of like hot model head empty. Like
yeah,
he's just there for a check. He doesn't care.
yeah. So while they're on set for Akina, Jin is like trying to get this mint out of like this container, and of course it like rolls across the floor, and like Jin goes chasing after it, but
Like
naturally,
let it go. It's on the
right?
floor, dude.
It's so awkward. This kid is so awkward.
Yeah.
And Akin steps on it and shatters it, of course. And so they just kind of awkwardly look at each other, and then Akin like walks away. And then afterwards, Akin randomly is like 7 out of 10.
He likes to rate people.
Yeah, so he just gives Jin a 7, which I thought was hilarious just for
Mhm.
existing. Um,
Which honestly, not that bad of a score.
no, it's
Yeah.
especially when your first meeting is that awkward because
Yeah. He's just chasing a mint rolling on the floor. Like, bro, like just eat a new mint. You don't
yeah,
want that one. It's on the floor anyway.
yeah. And then we get to some of the like actual filming and whatever, and Jin is just doing like the worst job acting. And so like it's so bad. And so a kid's sitting there watching, and he just goes 6 out of 10, and then it goes down to
he's,
5, and then we're down to 4.
he's
And
demoted.
yeah, so we're now at a 4 out of 10, which is not great. And he ends up nicknaming Jin Wooden Boy at this point because he's emotionless wooden boy, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Jin is like really struggling, like with lines, but Akin's sitting there saying everybody's lines for them. So he literally has like the entire script memorized.
He's like super pro, very like a veteran at this.
Yeah, he's been lead actor for a long time at this point. He's I think like
Mm-hmm.
10 years in the industry or something like that. Um, and at one point, Jin has to like improv a line because he forgot what the line was. But the improv line like improves the script, and like the director's actually happy about it, and so Akin bumps him back up to a 5. So we're going in the right direction for a moment. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Akin's commentary through all of this. Like he's so funny about the ratings and stuff. I love it.
mm-hmm. And so they bumble through all these scenes, and then they move to outside filming, and Jin just continues to suck at acting. Like he's so bad at it.
Okay, in all fairness though, they have to like advertise this product,
Yeah, this scene is
like
hilarious.
product placement. And the guy who like owns the company for the product is like a tyrant and he's never happy with anything. So in all fairness, like Jin is like probably like some of the takes are fine, but the guy just like is not happy with anything. So at this point I'm like, okay, I feel a bit bad for Jin. Like he's trying.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely feel bad for him, but like it'd be like the silliest stuff. Like he'll cover the logo of the can he's trying to drink out of, or like something like that, or they'll miss it. But they're also like on a time crunch because the sun is setting, so like there's a
Mm.
lot of pressure on him too. Which obviously, when you have that much pressure, it's harder to do good in acting, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, so they're struggling through this product placement filming scene, which is really funny because it's like a really heavy scene for them to be using for product placement because it's like his co-star's like accusing him of like I don't know being like a snitch or something like that, uh, teaming or double crossing them, something
Mm.
like that, right? And like it's supposed to be emotional, and he's just like wooden boy, right? So
Mhm.
Akin gets super frustrated watching the scene, so he literally just walks up and like grabs Jin and like pulls him away from everybody. And it's like the weirdest like scene to like kind of ground like Jin, and he's like
Mhm.
telling him like to breathe normal and like poking him in the chest, and like Akin is like just staring at him after that while they're like breathing normal, and Akin starts to like fry. Um and it kind of gets Jin to like also cry and get into the motion he needs to be in. And then Jin goes back and he films, and his next scene is great. So they finally get it done. Um, so it's later that evening then, and Akin is like standing next to this vending machine, and he's on the phone complaining about like the day and how terrible like Jin is, and
Oh
like
no, awkward.
right because obviously he can't do that because Jin walks right up, right? Um,
Mhm.
and Jin plays dumb, bless his heart. Um,
Mhm.
that was the move for sure. Because Akin like asks him if he heard anything because it scares the shit out of Akin when he like turns around and like Jin's just standing there. And Jin's like, no, I didn't hear anything. I just walked up, and he's like, how long have you been there? And he's like, no, I literally just walked up.
Yeah, I
uh,
mean, you never want to like admit to it because that just makes it more awkward. So.
yeah, and then Jin is like, thanks for being super patient and like helping me today though. And Akin's like, yeah, whatever, just, it's fine.
Mhm.
Basically, get your shit together. Um, But then, like he Akin walks off and then he like walks back and he gives Jin a replacement box of the mints from the one that he stepped on. Not that he stepped on the box, he just stepped on a mint, so he bought him a
Mm.
box of mints. It's so cute.
Yeah.
um, and then he leaves again. And then it's like a couple days later or whatever, and Jin and his two managers are meeting with Jade, who is a producer, who's known in the industry as a star maker. So like basically anytime he like sees like potential in somebody, he helps them get roles and whatever, and it's they're gonna be a success. Akin is an example of that because Jade and Akin are very close.
Mhm.
And so Jin is there talking with them, and Jade's basically like, Jin, you need to do everything you can to learn from Akin on set if you want to be like a great actor. Like, start taking notes, dude. Just because like Akin's been on top of the industry for over a decade and needs. And Jade literally goes, he needs somebody to challenge him.
Mm.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Give him a
guess,
run for his money.
yeah, I guess if you've been number one, things get boring after a while, right? Like, if you just keep being number
Mm.
one, I guess that's boring. I don't know. It
Yeah,
would
some
stress
like
me out.
friendly competition, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. And Jin, this is where we start to see like Jin's personality a little bit because he's like, I don't want to surpass Akin. I want to stand equal to him. It's like, okay, sure.
I love the lack of ambition, but hey, why not?
Yeah. Um, but then like Jin starts to like study Akin's acting, and he starts calling him sensei. Which, when he does that, Akin's like, "What the fuck is happening?" He's like, "I
This
didn't sign
kid's
up
like
for any
really
of this."
attached to me now.
So, but Jin and Akin start actually having lines together because like the other day of filming, they they um they weren't actually in scenes together. Akin was just there watching. So they're finally in scenes together, and Jin just messes up like every single line, and Akin loses his shit over it. And Jin is now a 1 out of 10.
Mhm.
And Akin is just fed up because Jin screws up another line, and Akin just storms off. He's like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit unprofessional if you don't learn your lines and
Right?
you go to your acting job.
Right? That's your one job. I mean, besides like
Mhm.
emoting, your job is learn your lines and emote. He's not doing either of those well, right?
Mhm.
um, but then they end up having to be in a van together to go to the next location, and Akin has a soft spot for him regardless because Jin is kind of sitting there as like the pitiful puppy dog that he is, because he is honestly the epitome of golden retriever to me. Um, and so Akin starts helping him practice the script and to have like emotion. And of course, the first thing Jin tries to do is like pull up the script, like the notes in his hand, like the script in his hand, and Akin just pushes it down and goes, "No, know your lines, dude."
Mhm.
Um, and so then we have like this crazy scene. So they're on like this rooftop and it's raining and everything's soaked and whatever. And they're like across the rooftop from each other, like keep talking. And Jin sees that like a pole is starting to fall down on Akin. And so Jin has to like run to him and like he like catches the pole like with his hand and like stops it from hitting Akin because he didn't see what's happening, right? It's a very big moment, right? Because they're like super close and like face to face, and there's some tension there all of a sudden. And so that's the first episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There they are.
Yep. Because episode 2 is called Rising Star. Wonder who that's
Mm.
about. Um, and it picks off exactly where episode 1 left off, where Jin is like just about to kiss Akin, but the director yells cut, and everyone's freaking the fuck out because this pole falling was not part of the script, right? It was literally, I think, like the pole that was shooting the water for the simulated rain. Um,
It's crazy to almost kiss like on set
right?
too. Like
With the
Jen
cameras
is
rolling
so
in front of
nuts.
everybody.
Yeah.
Jin does some weird shit. he
Mhm.
he doesn't have a whole lot of boundaries, I think.
No, okay, and that's why especially in this episode, I was like, "Oh my god, this is going to be like a yandere show where like Jen is going to be like he's like obviously really suddenly like super obsessed and crazy. And so he's going to be this is going to be like one of those shows where he's just going to like do anything, like he would kill anyone for a kin, like cuz he's nuts. And so that was really exciting, but then the rest of the show he's just like a normal guy. So I was like, poop.
Yeah.
Like that would have been like so good if they just made him like batshit crazy, because he is the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
Like I like literally until like episode like 8 or so, like something, he's just crazy, and then he's just normal for the rest of the show. It's like, oh, damn, that sucks.
I feel
But
like
yeah, I do enjoy him being unhinged for a while.
yeah, I feel like because of the stuff that starts to happen around episode 8, he has to be more calculated with how he does stuff, and he can't just run guns blazing because that doesn't work for what happens. But
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, I wanted him. I wanted this to be like a yandere show, but it's
yeah,
not.
I think he would do that well though. Maybe we can get him in one of those. I don't know if he ever acts again. Um,
Please, yeah, I
right
agree.
now all I see is him dancing on TikTok. Um,
Oh no.
so, but Jin, with this dramatic moment where he almost kisses a kin, apparently he's now found his emotion. Well, from this scene, because now he can fucking act. Just suddenly, great. Everyone's like, it's a whole new person, and it's like, I guess it took falling in love. Is that falling in
Or a
lust? I don't
falling
know.
pole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Something. But yeah, all of a sudden
yeah,
he can act now, and everybody loves him. Um,
wonderful.
and Jin still has like the mint box that Akin gave him, and so he puts like a cat sticker on it now. So like that's now his box, and he refills it with other mint boxes. Like same size one. It's not like he got like a big one to refill it. He's literally taking them out of like the same. It's like a Tic Tac box. Um,
Yeah. He's a psycho, I'm telling you.
he is. It's unhinged to do this just because
Uh-huh.
a kid gave
Just
him
because a kin gave it
candy,
to him. That's
right?
it. It's just a mint, like a disposable mint box.
Whatever you want to do, Jin, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and but I'll say Akin is jumpy around Jin now. Like anytime they're together, like you know, the vibes are not there for him. They are, but they aren't. Like he's not sure what he's doing, right? And like Jin's hand is bruised
Mhm.
from catching the pole because he like caught it on like the side of his hand. Um, and so Akin and Jin are like alone in this elevator, and Akin like gets out and like passes out, and hits his head on the wall. And so Jin takes him to the hospital, literally on the like he's not completely passed out. Like I think originally he was, but he kind of came back to and he was kind of like in and out cuz Jin takes him on the back of a motorcycle to the hospital. Um, just
Yeah.
a choice, but sure. And apparently he Kin passed out from fatigue because he's literally doing like every brand deal, modeling gig, like he's working nonstop. And so he's because he's so busy, he's exhausted, and that's why he passed out.
Mhm. If you want to be the sexiest guy of the year,
I guess you
this
gotta
is
make
what it
sure
takes.
people remember who you are because like he's everywhere. So
Yeah, you got to get your face on every advertisement, so or if you're
yeah.
British, advertisement.
Is that how they say that?
Advertisement, yeah.
That's like the aluminium.
Aluminium. You know what's the worst? British people, instead of saying urinal, they said urinal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I British people love you guys. Urinal is crazy though. Let me go piss in the urinal.
It's funny. Make fun
Yeah.
of my British friends now. Um,
I watch too much Dan and Phil these days, so I'm picking up all the slang, the pronunciations.
I'm behind on their podcast, but like the clips I keep seeing are
Mm.
the most unhinged shit.
It it's all very unhinged, but in the best way. And I think Phil is the funniest person who's ever existed.
Phil being unfiltered now that they can talk about their relationship is horrifying in the best ways.
Yes.
I saw a clip yesterday of Phil talking about the looking up sex in the Cambridge dictionary for some
Mm,
reason, and he goes, "Yeah,
they
that
did
thing I
talk about
do."
that.
It's like I don't want to know, guys. You said you would keep things private that need to stay private.
Yeah,
That includes your sex life.
they once again they talk a lot about Phil being a bottom in the newest episode. These are British gay YouTubers, by the way, if you didn't know what the heck we're talking about right now. But go
Yeah,
go watch Dan and Phil. They're wonderful.
they're my favorite. But yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
they are British, so they will say urinal and they will talk about piss every episode. So that's the downside.
but they have fantastic content outside of that.
Yeah, yeah, highly recommend.
Sister Daniel is something. Um,
Yes.
um, okay. So back to the weirdos though.
Anyway, yeah.
Jin like is in the hospital room with a kin and he fucking takes a video of a kin sleeping and he's like inches from his face, right? Like as close as you could be. It's the creepiest shit ever. Um
Again, this is literally why I and other people in the Discord were like, yes, I thought this was going to be a show about Jin being a psychopath. Because who just like takes up a close up video of your coworker who's unconscious in the hospital that they don't even know unless you're a
right?
psychopath? Like, that's crazy behavior.
Right? And it gets worse though because
Yeah.
while he's like inches from his face, Akin like in his sleep or whatever pulls Jin in for a hug, right? And Jin takes that as an invitation to fucking kiss him. What are we doing?
Psychopath.
Right? I feel a little hypocritical here, I will say, because in Tarn type, when like Tarn did this to type in his
Mhm.
sleep, that was like the end of them for me, and I was over it. I don't know why this doesn't make me as mad. I don't. I don't know what it is. Um,
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be like dark romance. I was like, okay, sure.
yeah, maybe
But
that's
no, I don't even. I just don't even know
yeah.
what they're on.
Because when I was rewatching this to take notes on it, and I saw that I'm like, how did I not just cancel the show from that alone? Because that's what I did with Tarn type. Um,
Yeah, I mean the thing with like Thai BL and like other Asian dramas in general, like there a lot of the times there will be a kiss while one of them is like asleep or something. Like
which is
it's not
fine
as
if
common
you're
anymore, but
established, but
yeah, but it's definitely like a trope that's not super uncommon. So most of the times I'm kind of like, oh, kind of fucked up to do in real life, but it's fiction and it's
yeah,
I can overlook it because it's
yeah,
not good, but I've seen it enough where I'm like desensitized.
yeah. And I mean, I guess in Tarn type too, there's also like that shower scene that's not okay. Um,
And there's also it's not just like he like one kiss on the lips. It's also like I'm gonna give him hickeys while he's unconscious.
yeah,
Like
true.
it's
Okay.
which is also happens in the show, and it is also just as fucked up. So
Yeah, but that one's supposed to be fucked up. Um,
it is. It's not Jin. So
no. Um, but yeah, so after Jenna kisses Ken, he says he's gonna catch up to Ken. Like he means like in acting credentials basically, and like gonna catch up to him as best actor and whatever. And then he leaves, and Ken opens his eyes right after Jin leaves. So like Ken was awake for all of that,
kids were
which
like, what the fuck?
also means Ken knowingly pulled Jin into a hug. So
I
calling
think
him on his
he.
shit a little bit.
That's true. Yeah, I wonder when he woke up.
Yeah, I don't know if he just wasn't asleep the whole time, but like watching you,
Mm-hmm.
kid.
Yeah.
Um, and then after that, Jin leaves his managers. And he joins this company called Sigma Entertainment. Um,
Sigma.
and this company has tried to get Akin to join several times, and Akin wants nothing to do with them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Jin joins, and he starts getting all these brand deals and modeling gigs, and so his career is now starting to take off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's doing this interview on this TV show. It's like this live thing, and he spends half of his interview just talking about Akin and like talk about how great he is and all this, and like how he inspired him, and just it's literally like he's there to promote himself, and he's just like, "But do you know Akin, the one that everybody knows? Do you know how great he is?" And, like Akin is like watching this and like kind of crashing out a little bit. And
Again, how do you make this episode and not make Jin like a like insane stalker like boyfriend?
yeah,
He should be.
he should.
And I mean that in like a positive way. Like I want that.
It would have made for a very different show and probably maybe a little more interesting of a show. Um,
Yeah.
not that I dislike the show anyway, but yeah. And like while a kid is watching, um, he like pulls up Jin's Instagram and like follows him and like is like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that, but also no, I can't undo it because like people are gonna see it because fans and I mean this
Mhm.
is the thing that really happens, right? Fans like stalk who people are following.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. Remember when Instagram had the activity feature where you can just see like the people you follow, like the pictures they like and who they follow?
I miss that.
Really? Yeah. It was like a whole activity tab and it'd be like
hmm
you could see like, oh, Demi
Yeah,
Lovato liked these two pictures from this person or whatever. So
yeah,
it used to be like ingrained into the Instagram culture. So
yeah.
I don't blame people because they kind of set their app up to be that way. But yeah, it
Mhm.
definitely happens.
Yeah. But I mean, even now without that, like it'll be like, oh yeah, like so and so actor unfollowed so and so, so they must be beefing now or
Mm,
whatever. And it's like,
mm-hmm.
okay.
Tea.
Which I will say with Thai actors usually it does mean there's some beef there. Bunch of dramatic people, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Certain someone comes to mind who airs all of his drama on socials. And I appreciate it because I love the drama.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
T-sip break.
yep. um, and then so after Akin follows Jin back, Jin adds him to his close friends on Instagram. Um, I almost never use my close friends feature on Instagram.
I'm
Um,
from back in the day when you would have a Finsta or a spam account because the close friends feature didn't exist, so you had to make a separate account for your close friends. So I still use that because I'm like, well, I already have this. My like Finsta's older than my Rinsta, which is what we used to call your real Instagram because you literally used to have the distinction. So yeah, I never use close friends ever.
yeah, I basically don't use Instagram. I use the
Mm,
Instagram for the podcast more than and I've used it for anything else ever. Um,
okay.
I think
I use it mostly for my cat's Instagram account.
nice. Yeah, I got Instagram like early in college when it was still new, but then I was like, I don't want to put my photos on here because I was still coming off of like MySpace. That was like peak for me,
Mm.
which I hacked into my MySpace account recently. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, I already was putting everything on MySpace and Facebook, so I was like, why do I need Instagram?
Mm, that's fair. Yeah.
I'm not a big photo person. So it was one of those when Twitter came out and I was like, "Oh, I could just shit post all day long." That's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was late to finding out what a Finsta was and all of that. I was like, "Do what?" I was honestly, I'm always late to all the Instagram features. I never know what's going on over there.
Yeah. I mean, I mostly just used it for like close friends and also like K-pop emo stuff and K-pop stuff and what other soda stuff for a while, like whatever fandom I was in, I would post.
Yeah, that was Twitter and Tumblr for me is where I was with all
Yeah.
that. Live journal.
Well, you see, Tumblr was Instagram was only for my close friends, people
Mm.
that I knew in real life. Tumblr was for no one I knew in real life. Please, I never wanted them to find me on there. So yeah, similar
True.
things, a very different audience.
I guess part of that was I didn't really have IRL friends, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Ah,
Like I had like a
that's
couple of
fair.
friends, but like it wasn't like anything where I enough for me to worry about posting stuff because they were probably with me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so Jin does that, which is funny because I have a I don't remember if it comes out. Pretty sure Kin was like the only person in the close friends.
That's some gel boys behavior.
hmm So then we have episode 3, which is the Legend of Gemini. Um, and it's Jin and Akin get cast to film a remake of a Chinese novel called The Legend of Gemini. Um, and Akin actually tries to turn it down, but Jade pointed out that like Jin is a newbie and he's already popular to the point that like it's looking like he would surpass Akin, and so like doing the show with Jin would help Akin's popularity too. Um, because that was why Akin was on board until he found out Jin was part of it, and he's like, actually, I don't want to do that. Um,
Well, he's like, I don't know if I want to shoot a whole show with someone who can't remember a single damn line, which is
yeah,
really fair.
yeah. I mean, he got better with his acting after they nearly had the accident. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but still, I this weird dynamic between the two of them, and I think Akin's just trying to avoid it because he's like, I don't date, I don't do anything, I just work and maintain my
Work.
popularity. That is all I do.
Mm-hmm.
Which, speaking of, Akin gets sexiest man for the 5th time in a row. Good for him.
Nice. Yeah, good for him. Deserved.
Yep. And so then they're at the table read for the show. It's the first one, and the director has decided that he wants to change the script to make it from Jin's character's POV and to make Akin's character more of a vengeful spirit instead, which is a hell of a plot change to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um and Akin like basically has to just like roll with it because the director is like super influential and like fighting him would just cause problems for his career. But then we have Jade, who's the producer from earlier, right? And he steps in and he says like, "Hey, write up what you want to change, whatever. We have to put this through like a ton of people because there's like source material from China, right? So they have to go through like a lot of approval. And it's like, send it to me and like pitch it to me, and then we'll go from there and do this the correct way. Um, and so they have like that drama going on, and like, um, and later on, Akin is starting to read like the comments under like a video of like an interview that Jin did. Again, I think it might be the live stream where Jin just rambled on and on about Akin. And like there's like
Mm-hmm.
a mix of like positive and negative like comments, and people think like Jin's comments about Akin were scripted, and then Jin's in the comments and he's like, that wasn't a script, that's my honest feelings, thanks guys.
I'm just genuinely that obsessed with this
Right,
guy,
like truly,
and I'm not hiding it.
not at all. um and then Jin posts a story to his close friends on Instagram to like cheer up Akin. It's like the sunset and like something whatever, like it's like, whoever's looking at this, I hope you have a better day or something like that. It's really funny, and that's where I'm like, Akin's the only one who's looking at this. um
Yeah.
and then on set, the director has now cut Akin's part of the script even more to where he basically has like no lines. um and everybody's like losing their shit, like Jin's losing his shit, Jade's upset about it, like everybody's upset, and Akin's like, I've got this, guys. Let me do my thing. And Akin starts to just improv lines like fucking crazy, and to the point where like it adds to his character, and so they have to change the script again because the director is like, actually, I like this. So,
This director.
right? It's crazy how much they're changing when there's like source material, and like one of the things the director like kept saying is like, we the show's been remade multiple times, right? So like that's why these changes
Mm-hmm.
would be fresh. And it's like, okay, but you have source material now. Like, yeah, you can make changes, but do you know how mad people are going to get if you go too far off?
Yeah.
And so after all of that, Jin invites Akin to go out drinking. And like the director and the Jade are both like, yeah, you should go. Like, go bond.
Mm-hmm.
But Akin gets fucking wasted. And the episode
He
ends with,
likes to do that.
yeah, he does. But the episode ends with like Jin and Akin ending up together in bed at like Jin's place,
This
which
is
is
crazy.
misleading, is what it is. It's some bullshit.
It's. I know. I was so excited, and then next episode starts. It's like, oh, dang
Yeah.
it.
So episode 4 is Sweet Like Honey. This episode is
And let
fucking
me tell
insane.
you, this episode. I mean, this is easily the most famous episode of the show. It is like, it is iconic in its own right.
Yes.
Like, yeah, absolutely iconic.
I use a lot of honey because I drink a lot of tea and I put honey in my tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you to this day, I still think about the scene with the honey every
Yes.
time I have honey out.
Yeah. It's really that girl.
It's crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like this is kind of where the show starts to like get some momentum too, because like the first
Yeah.
3 episodes is a lot of like early development just to kind of set the
Mm-hmm.
tone, and then we get into it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Because at first it is like slow incline, and then the end of that episode, it's like bam! It's like, oh my god, they're hooking up, and then we
Mhm.
start this episode. It's like, oh shit, they're not hooking up. But then we go through this episode, and it's like, oh shit, like what is happening?
Yeah.
So yeah, this episode's super iconic. Very, I want to say like infamous, but
Mhm.
not in like a negative way, just in like a really unique way.
Yeah. Anyone who's seen the show, if you mention honey in BL, they're gonna immediately know.
Yeah, exactly.
Um. So episode starts with Jin filming sleeping Akin again. He loves to
He
do
loves
that.
to do this. At least he's not unconscious in a hospital bed this time.
Yeah, he's just unconscious in Jin's bed instead.
Yeah. Hungover.
Yeah, because Akin wakes up and freaks the fuck out, which valid, dude. Um, but Jin's like, "You got drunk, and so I took you home to take care of you." And Jin is now calling Akin just Kin, which is I guess what like friends and people close to Akin call him. And Kin is like, I didn't say that. We're not that close. Whatever. And Jin like pulls out his phone and he's like, I have video proof of you saying I can do this.
He has
Um,
the receipts.
yeah. And that's where Jin starts filling in the gaps of like what happened, and like Like they were out with some of the crew from the show, and like Akin fucking wasted, right? Um,
Mm.
and Akin threw up on both of them, so that's why they're like in underwear and towel, um, in bed because like Ken was like, "We're in your house. Why didn't you get clothes?" And Jin's like, "You held on to me so tight that I couldn't get up to get more clothes on." Um, and Jin has like video proof of like all of this. Kid had his phone running for hours, it seems. And Ken gets so mad. He's like, "This is Sigma, isn't it? Like Sigma set you up to do this because they wanted video for blackmail, whatever. Because I won't sign with them, whatever."
Mm.
And Jin's like, "What? No, I just like filming you."
Sigma.
Yep.
Yeah. These
And
are for me, so
yeah,
I can rewatch them all day.
right. And Akin is like, "I will do anything for you to delete those videos." And Jin's like, "Anything?" And Kin's like, "Uh, yes." Um, and Jin's like, "Can I have one hug?" And then he hugs Akin and he gets his hug. But then he takes it too far and he kisses Akin because of course he does. And like this entire time, Akin is just kind of like just standing there, like what is happening until the kiss, and then he like reacts and freaks the fuck out again because and he like kicks Jin away, and then he runs and locks himself in the bathroom with Jin's phone and like deletes all the videos besides one of them. Um, and
Hmm.
it's the one of like Jin cleaning the vomit off of Akin. Like you don't see vomit or whatever, but he's got like the bucket with the water and the towel, and he's like sitting on top of Akin and like wiping him with the towel, right? So that's the one he leaves because literally Jin filmed fucking everything. Like he had the phone like set up in the corner so he could film himself cleaning Akin. It's so
Again,
weird.
like psychopath behavior.
It really is. It's insane. Um, and then we have the first hint of honey because Akin finally comes out of the bathroom and dressed in Jin's clothing. Um, and Jin
Hmm.
offers Akin some honey at breakfast, and he's like, "I'll drive you to set since we're running late anyway." And Akin's like, "No, no, no, my manager." And he's like, "No, I already talked to your manager. I'm just gonna drive you." Akin's like, "The fuck." Um, and then Jin also points out that that one video didn't get deleted, and Akin's like, "You can just delete it yourself." And Jin's like, "Nah," and just shoves the phone in his pocket. um, And then Jin asks if he can start driving Akin home after filming is done. So they're filming more of this Chinese drama. It seems like there's a lot of parallels to like their life off camera here. Like Jin's character doesn't want to surpass Akin's character. His only goal is to be close to Akin's character, right? A lot of what's happening like for real with Jin and Akin. Um,
Hmm.
and then they're in like their dressing rooms, and Jin's manager wants Jin to do like a live stream during their break in filming, and Jin convinces Akin to do one of the lives with him. Even though Akin doesn't like to go live, doesn't normally do it, whatever. Um and like while they're going live, Akin, for being best actor and like sexiest man, whatever, in front of a fucking live stream camera is like a deer in headlights. He is the most awkward human in the world.
Like he's never been in front of a camera before.
It's crazy. And like while they're there, Jin is like reading comments and whatever, and somebody brings up the 21-day theory in pursuing a kin, which if you don't know, the 21-day theory is basically if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. Is what the theory
Hmm.
is. And it was like a fan asking if they could like do the 21-day theory on Nick, and Jin goes, "You know what? That's a great idea." And
Yeah,
that's what he
I'm gonna
does.
do that.
So Jin starts to use the 21-day theory to pursue a kin. He drives him home from filming every day, and he brings like a juice box. It's very like Pavlov's like thing. He had the seat in his car customized for a kin.
Okay.
He's insane, right?
He's insane.
Um, because like one of the Instagram stories he did for close friends was like picking out the car color or whatever, and so like that's
He
what
did a
it was.
poll or something.
Yeah, and So we you see like a montage of like days, like it jumps through some of them and whatever, and then we get to day 20, and Jin sneaks into Akin's changing room, and it's. I will say this is really cute because he's got a tablet with like writing on it, and he just swipes one message to the other, basically asking if like Akin is softened to him yet, and if not, Jin's like willing to wait even longer. Um, and he's like, "Is it okay if I call you Kin now because whatever." Um, and Kin gives him the okay, and they're like cute, but also trying not to like verbally talk so that Jin doesn't get caught in the dressing room with them. It's very flirty.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah.
tell Kin is definitely on board now. Um, and then Akin joins Jin's live stream again after Jin's manager like pressures him to do it. And again, Akin acting like he's never been in front of a camera in his life. Um, Jin uses this as a chance to flirt with Akin. Um, and Jin's manager teases, saying they're acting like an actual couple, which for some reason upsets Akin, and he just walks out of the live. And he lets his manager take him home. And
It's too close to home.
yeah, and like his manager seat, like the passenger seat in there isn't comfortable anymore, so he's already like complaining about that. And it's like there's that Pavlov thing. Um,
Uh
and like the next day after filming this, Jin is keeping his distance from Akin. Um, and Akin's like, "Hey, can you drive me home?" And Jin's like, "No, I came with my manager." Right? So something's up, right? Um, and people are on social media are like mad at Akin for walking out of the live the way he did because it was kind of rude how he did it, but like
mhm.
also he didn't want to do the live to begin with. So like, you know,
Mhm.
um, but and people are like trending like negative hashtags about the kin. And Jade sees this, right? Jade, the producer guy. Um, and he sees this and he like calls somebody and he's like, I need you guys to make Jin and Kin the number one couple. And so and because of that, now hashtag Jin and Kin is really a trending hashtag instead of the Kin hate. Thanks, Jade.
Thanks. Brilliant.
Yeah. In the meantime, Akin is still chasing after Jin. So he basically doesn't let Jin say no to driving him home. Like he's waiting at his car, and as soon as Jin like unlocks it to get in, Akin's like in the passenger seat,
Mhm.
and is the most awkward drive home in existence. Jin is looks like he's fighting away tears the entire time. The kid is stressed. They're not talking. Jin's being so closed off. And then like Akin, they get to like Akin's apartment building, and Akin literally drags Jin out of the car and is like, "We're gonna go to my apartment and talk right now." Right?
Mhm.
And then in his apartment, Akin is like, "Jin, why are you avoiding me?" And Jin's like, I'm not avoiding you." And they're like having this whatever. And then Akin just straight up kisses Jin. So 21-day theory worked.
Worked. Yep. Try it out.
Yeah.
Good results according to this show.
Yeah. And Jin is after they kiss, Jin is like, "I wasn't avoiding you. I have a cold."
It was like the dumbest miscommunication.
It was because he's like, yeah, the filming schedule was too tight to postpone. That's why I had like some of the scenes moved around, so that I wasn't working as close with you, while we did some of this, and also I didn't want you to worry about me, is why I didn't tell you about it, right? Um, and Kim's like, I thought you hated me, just straight up, and Jin's like, no, actually, I like you.
Yeah. Newsflash. I'm obsessed with you.
And then we get the craziest NC scene of my life, but.
It's insane. I equal parts I love it and hate it. Cause like the whole time watching it, I'm like, it's not even sexy because I just think about what a sensory nightmare this would be. Cause they are literally pouring honey on each other and like rub like they're I don't honey's sticky. Like I don't know. I hope they're not using it as lube because I just don't think that
That's
would
not
work.
sanitary.
But
Don't do that.
no. But this scene is super iconic. So like I don't hate it, but also it's just like it's so out there. I have to respect it.
It's so crazy. Like we've had some like really graphic NC scenes, right? Like that are honestly much more
Uh-huh.
graphic than this is as far as like things going on.
Mhm.
Like whatever the fuck happens in Playboy. Um right? But like this one, like at one point, literally like I think it's Smart's tongue is just running all the way up like Boom's chest, right? Licking up a shit ton
Mm.
of honey.
It's a lot of honey. It's not a little.
It is a large jar of honey that they emptied onto each other and the
Mhm.
carpet. I said rest in peace
The
carpet,
carpet. Yes. Oh man. Good thing they're rich.
right? 'Cause I I love jumping ahead a little bit, but I love when you the next day in the next episode, right? And like the carpet's just fine. I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
fucking way. Absolutely not.
Maybe the honey was imagined.
Right? Because they literally show them just like straight just pouring it directly into the carpet. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's also like a crazy like first time with someone is like, oh, we're getting like the food play in already.
Right? I
And it's
mean,
honey and it's sticky. I can't even imagine the friction that's caused
yeah.
from honey.
You know, it checks out for Jin. I'm not gonna lie. If
Yeah,
nothing else.
it does. Yeah, it does check out.
But yeah, this honey scene is so crazy
Mhm.
that after episode 6, they release a second version of it, like an extended cut. That is,
Everyone was talking about the like before I watched the show. I just all I knew about this show was there was some crazy honey thing in top form. Like that's all everyone talked about,
it's,
and then I had to watch because of it.
yeah, it was something.
Mhm.
I will say, I will take a honey scene over like an overly graphic NC scene any day. I just also, I don't know how I feel about watching that much tongue on chest action. I don't know if it feels almost too intimate for me. Um,
I
but
feel like this scene is like an artistic direction,
yeah,
like more than anything. It feels very like avant-garde, which is weird to say, but it really is. It's like, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, hell of a scene. Like I don't even have words anymore. Like it was just, it's a crazy scene. If you watch
Yeah,
nothing
you
else,
just
just
have
go
to
find
watch
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if for some reason you're listening to this and you haven't watched Top Form, just go watch that scene. It's the end of episode 4. And then yeah, it's a
Yeah.
choice.
Uh-huh.
So then episode 5 we have it's called North Star. And so it's the next morning, and Jin and Akin are cuddled up on the couch and very clean looking. Um, so I
Mhm.
assume a shower was had at some point, but the fact that they didn't make it into the
30
bed,
showers.
right? Like, I mean, they have shorter hair, but even Smart still has pretty long hair for a guy in this.
Yeah.
And all I can think, like, the amount of showering it would take to get that honey out of my hair. Um,
Can't even think about it.
yeah. Ugh. But I love that they ended up on the couch and not like in bed after a shower.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, but whatever, it's fine. But a kid is talking, and he's like, "So that was my first time kissing somebody as myself and not for a role." Which is like, does that mean he was a virgin before that? Did we start with food play for Lucy?
Yeah, I think that is what it means actually.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, that's crazy.
So, but Akin expected this to be a hit it and quit it type of thing, and that Jin would be done with all this afterwards. And Jin's like, "No, actually, will you be my boyfriend?"
He's like, actually, I'm in love with you and I'm obsessed with you and I'm never letting you go.
Yeah. And Akin's like, "So before we become official, I'm gonna need you to win the Best Actor award."
Hmm.
So now he has like
He-
a goal, which I this is like a common thing in shows like this of like setting some sort of random target, right? To and then
Mhm.
I like you like me, but before we become official, you need to do this one thing. I never understand this trope.
I mean, I think maybe it's because Jin is fairly, at least when they began, was very unambitious and didn't have any goals. And so it could be something like Akin's like, okay, I'm a very go getter, ambitious person. If this is gonna be a thing, you need to like, I need to see you like make an effort in something.
Yes, but also them hanging out in between that time frame is as if they were a couple anyway,
Yeah.
which is how it always goes in
It's
these one.
just
I mean, it's just
yeah.
a cute little thing, but it's one of those. It's one like
Mhm.
I can't imagine like most tropes I could see happening vaguely in real life to some extent. This is one of those. I'm like, if I were to tell somebody I like them, and then they're like, "Yeah, I like you too, but before we date, I need you to do this." Like, I'd be like, "No, that's okay."
Mm. That's too much work actually.
Like, why are we setting like the goalpost that far? We've established we like each other. Let me have my like life goals separate from that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but then in a plot twist, we have Sexiest Man Award is back out, and Jin beats Akin, so he has surpassed him.
Uh-oh.
And it's crazy because people start wondering if like Akin is washed up out of nowhere, but like the difference in votes was literally just a couple hundred out over couple hundred votes when they both got over 100,000 each. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if you can be washed up if you're the second sexiest man on earth. I
right,
mean, there are people who didn't even make the nomination list, so
right, and then like the difference in votes is a couple hundred out. Like, come on,
mhm.
it's not like a couple
Yeah.
hundred and it was like 1,000 points total, right? Um, and Jin is worried about how Akin is going to take the loss, which was valid because Akin does kind of crash out.
Yeah.
um, Jin's company, they celebrate him getting the award. They're having a big party at the office, and the like CEO or whatever the company is like, Jin, I need you to keep your distance from Akin now. Um, we don't want you to be associated with him because it's going to turn into some LGBT thing. And we don't want it to hinder your work, which is fuck you, Sigma.
Boo.
um,
Sigma, more like suck my balls, cause I hate you.
yeah. Like he was like it's fine to be gay, but you can't be gay publicly, basically is what it comes down to because it's going to screw
Cause
with your
it'll
career.
hurt our profit.
Yep.
That's what's important.
Which Jin doesn't give a fuck about this, to be
No,
perfectly clear.
yeah, and honestly, like, yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
He only cares about one thing, and that's his boyfriend, and he literally cares about nothing else. And I can respect that.
Which they're not boyfriends yet. He hasn't won the damn award.
True, yeah,
There's
he needs
there's
to win the award, and
situationship.
then
Um,
that's true.
it's so dumb because they literally act like a couple, but they're not officially a
Yeah.
couple.
Here's the thing: in these shows, though, never once have I seen that goal not been achieved. Like, could
Yeah.
you imagine if he loses the award and then, like, what is the kin gonna do? Just be like, oh, okay, we can't be together now.
Yep. You're
Like,
not good
that's just like
enough.
never gonna happen.
That'd be a hell of a plot twist. That would make this a whole different show too. So you have
It really would.
you would have obsessive Jin and a Ken who's like, you're not good enough. Like
Yeah,
that's how you end up locked in a basement.
true.
That's how that would
I
go.
was ready for him to go full Ming, but yeah,
Yeah.
he never did.
No, I miss Ming,
I miss Ming too.
my stand-in for those that aren't aware. Um,
Yep.
my favorite villainous hero, anti-hero. I don't even. Would you call him an anti-hero? I don't
He's like not even a hero, but
know.
he is like he's an yeah.
My favorite red flag lead.
Our favorite red flag lead, yeah.
So, um, okay. So Jin is supposed to keep his distance from Akin, but they immediately go do a photo shoot together that is very like up close and personal. Like
It's very homoerotic.
it is. It's so weird because for some reason they have them smoking cigarettes. I don't know why. Um just a
They're the
thing.
sexiest men.
Yeah, and like Akin doesn't smoke, and so like everyone's trying to put a stop to it, and Akin's like, it's fine, it's for this thing, it's whatever, right? Because apparently they
Hmm.
gave them real cigarettes, even though for this kind of shit they normally have fake cigarettes. Um,
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to inhale, I guess.
yeah. But yeah, they are like up and close and personal in this photo shoot of like cigarettes touching like tip to tip.
Tip to tip.
And yeah, so they, so much for not being close. And then Jin is like talking to Ken and he's like, I need confirmation of your feelings because this filming is almost done and we're gonna have to go do separate projects. Um,
Mm.
and Jin's like actively trying to get Akin to say that he doesn't like Jin so that Jin can like move on, and Akin obviously can't do it. Um, and the reason for this is because Akin's been distanced this entire time, and so Akin apologizes because he's been distanced since he lost the Sexy Span Award. Um, because he didn't take it well suddenly.
Uh-uh.
Um, and so they kiss and make up, and then they go on the rooftop, and Jin gives Akin a couple's necklace of like the North Star. Um, it's one of those. It's like a friendship necklace where it like splits in half and like it makes the North Star when they're together. Um,
Love those.
and then while they're talking, we find out that Akin's grandmother also used to be an actress, and that's who inspired him to be an actor. Um, and then we have a post-credit scene where somebody named Lit calls Jade, sorry, and there's some weird history going on there between them, but don't know what the fuck it is. And Jade asked Lit to come back from wherever he is and make a song for the show that Jade is working on, which I think was the Legend of Gemini, is what it was for.
Yeah.
So, yep, got something going on there with Jade.
Yep. We are on episode 6. It's the Johnny. So we meet, yeah, sure. We meet Johnny. He is leaving an older woman's house after like sleeping with her. Like, what's going on there? And he shows up late to work. Turns out that he is an actor. He is right now. Akin is doing like a play, and so he is the other lead in that play. And we also find out that the woman that he was just sleeping with is like the director of the play. So we kind of see put two and two together. We kind of see what's going on here with Johnny. Um, and he also doesn't have any of the lines memorized, which of course pisses a kid off. And so he's a 0 out of 10.
Jin wasn't that bad. He at least kept his one at his lowest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so very clearly, Johnny. There's only one reason why he got this job.
Yep.
And Akin and Jin, they miss each other now because they are like working on separate projects and they're in like different countries some of the time. So it's really difficult for them to meet up. So they're kind of struggling with that, but they just kind of, chat on the phone and stuff a little bit of long distance.
Yeah, it
And
distance always tip hard, but acting I'm sure makes that much harder.
yeah, it's probably weird too when you go from working on like several projects together where you see each other every day and then now you're like completely
Hmm.
different things. So yeah, but I guess that's just the actor lifestyle is like you're really always kind of going through different eras of your life.
Hmm.
So backstage at the play, Akin is like changing and we kind of get the first instance of Johnny being a total creep to him because he literally like Akin has his like shirt off and Johnny just kind of like comes up behind him and like puts his hands on him like really creepily.
Johnny, don't be weird.
Oh, Johnny. Not a fan. So he kind of like, they play it off, and Akin's like, that was weird, but okay. So that night they go out for drinks after work. They're having a little celebration. And of course, Akin, he gets drunk and, sees like singing karaoke. And he's as wasted as he was like the last time we saw him.
Stop
Um,
it.
I know. Akin, like, I understand your love for getting drunk, but don't. He's always doing it around people he like doesn't know, and it just like it was like okay with Jin because Jin's a nice person, but like this time, like he gets into a pretty dangerous situation. So, uh, poor Ken. But he does like he starts. scolding Johnny about his immaturity, but it is like pretty flirty. Like there's definitely like chemistry there, like cuz they like Akin is like all up in his face and is like, "Hey, like you need to like work harder." But he's like very touchy and stuff. And so it's kind of like, "Oh, maybe like it is like kind of reciprocated." Like I don't know. At this point I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. Like are they going to hook up? What's happening? Cuz then Johnny takes Akin home.
So if Johnny wasn't so problematic, I would be so here for for like Johnny Akin, because
Yes.
I
Yeah.
honestly I really like Johnny as a character. He just kind of sucks here for a while.
I mean, I hate him so much, but like up until this point, he is like he's nothing more than like a a nuisance.
Hmm.
Past this point, he's irredeemable, but yeah, up until now, I'm like, oh, okay, I could kind of see this like being an interesting like love triangle or rival type thing.
Hmm.
But then, um, basically, Judy.
Love Judy.
um, love Judy. Um, so they go home and like Akin is like practically passed out on the bed. Like he's not quite passed out yet, but he's very out of it. And Johnny asks, uh,
It was
oh no,
Judy.
Judy. It
Yeah.
is Judy.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Jin, see what he's up to. Jin is talking with this actress named Judy, who will become a bigger character in the show later, but she's like a very famous actress. Um, yeah, and she slays honestly. Judy asks Jin, she's like, "Do you have a partner?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." Basically, like, cause she can tell he's missing someone, and she's like, "Oh, like go call them, like, you know, like don't sit here and talk with me. Like, go talk to your loved one." And then so this is when like back, you know, uh, on Akin's end, he is passed out on the bed. Johnny is literally like undressing and kissing him. Super, yeah, so fucked up. And Akin mumbles June's name, which is like his nickname for Jen. And so he like says June, and Johnny's like, well, "Who's June?" And that's also when Jen calls Akin, and Johnny answers, and like a little freak, he's like, "I'm having fun with Akin right now. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to him, because he's unconscious, so he can't do anything about it." Like, absolute creep behavior. And then he just hangs up. Yeah, which is like literally the worst possible call you could get from your partner of all time. Like, I would probably like call the police. Cause
Also, when I see them next, we're having a serious conversation about their alcohol intake.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And like, cause Jen is out of the country, so he like can't do anything. He's like in China or something, so he like physically can't really do anything about it. Um, so that's horrible. Yeah, and then it's morning, and of course, Akin wakes up, and he's like covered in hickeys. He's confused. He blacked out. He basically panics and like runs out. And he doesn't know what's happening, but he calls Jin, and he like congratulates him on being nominated for like some award. And Jin's like, "Oh, okay, thanks. By the way, what the fuck happened last night? What was going on?" And Akin, who doesn't know that this like conversation happened between him and Johnny, are just kind of like, "Oh, we just like went out for drinks after work, and like and that's it." And Jin just like hangs up. Yeah. Which is like, I feel so bad for both of them because, you know,
Not a
like
great
Akin like
situation.
literally doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't know what's happened. He probably thinks he slept with uh
Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah, and yeah. Anyway, it's
And
rough.
that's what Jin also thinks. Um,
Yes, I mean, yeah,
and that would be the safe assumption at that moment.
yeah. It also like, I do think probably Jin thinks like, oh, like did this guy like do something to my boyfriend? But the fact that Akin doesn't bring it up,
Hmm.
then that also is kind of like concerning because it's like, oh, so maybe like something bad didn't happen to him. Maybe it was consensual
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of thing, you
I can
know?
definitely see how you can get to that conclusion, like as Jin. But I also like if I was a kid, I wouldn't have said anything either. Like at that moment, like the last thing I'm gonna do is be like, "Hey, yeah, I know you're overseas right now, but like, I got essayed last night, you know." Um,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
that's a
Yeah,
in
so
person conversation.
yeah. So yeah, it's rough for all of them. And the next day, like at work, uh Jin, he must have like flown straight there basically, and he is like walking to visit Akin, and he passes Johnny in the hallway, and Johnny says something on the phone that he makes Jin like recognize him, like his voice. And oh, I love this scene because Johnny's just talking on the phone. Jin grabs him by the throat and like pins him against the wall. It's really hot, honestly. I'm like, I I need me shooters like that. Like like he's just immediately like throat grab.
Yeah,
So
it was a pretty crazy scene, but again,
yeah.
Jin is unhinged.
Yeah, no, and this added to my Jin is gonna be insane boyfriend theory because I was like, oh yeah, he's like straight up gonna murder this guy, and I'm gonna live for it.
Hmm.
But he doesn't murder him. He basically just like Akin shows up then and drags Jin away. Um, or Akin shows up and then there's a kind of small confrontation and Jin drags him away because they need to go have a chat first and foremost before any murder happens. So they're in like a parking lot and they're sitting in the car, and Jin asks if Akin slept with Johnny, and he says no. And like obviously, like Jin doesn't buy this. He's like, I listen, you're covered in hickeys. I called you last night. Johnny answered. Like you're lying to me. What's going on? He's very distraught. And Akin basically just says nothing. So they break up.
Time to be silent, dude.
No, like I can't blame him because like he kind of went through something traumatic last night,
Yeah.
but like he's trying to help you. Like he's like really he like has been giving you the benefit of the doubt. Like he's trying to find out what happened, and you're
Mhm.
just kind of denying it, which I mean it doesn't help anyone out in this situation. So
Yeah.
yeah, rough.
Hmm. Not a great moment.
No. So okay, they're broken up, I guess, and
Yep.
we start episode 7, which is called Bite Marks.
This is not
So,
vampires.
not vampires, unfortunately. I wish.
That would be hell of a plot twist. 7 episodes in.
That would be that would be crazy. I'd be here for it though.
Possessive vampire Jin? Yes.
Yes. Oh, hit me up. Yeah. So Jin, he like still goes to watch Akin's like play rehearsal, and or at least this is what like Akin is imagining. Like he I honestly don't really remember what exactly is happening here, but he's like imagining, like he's saying these lines to Johnny because that's his acting partner, but he like emotionally he's like imagining saying them to Jin. And Jin asks Johnny out for drinks then. Cause like Jin still like doesn't, he knows something's fishy with this scenario, and like he knows something's wrong, and if he's not going to get a kin to tell him what happened, like he's gonna get it out of Johnny. So he goes to Johnny. And they go out to a bar for drinks, and Johnny orders them a couple drinks, and Johnny admits that he's like, yeah, I was going to assault a kin, um, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And not because my reasoning for that is not because like assault is a fucked up thing to do. I just couldn't do it because he was mumbling someone else's name. Like, Johnny, Billy. Like that's your line is like, oh yeah, I'm cool assaulting someone as long as they don't call me by someone else's name. Like, what is that reasoning?
But thank God.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, thank God. So, yeah, he admits that he like faked the scene to make it look like they hooked up. Like he put like condom wrappers on the ground or whatever. So he's like, yeah, I was gonna assault him, but I changed my mind. I didn't, and I just staged it to look like I did, or to look like we had sex or something.
So
So, like, what? Like, why even? What is like your point here? Like, what do you want?
I think he just thinks it's fun.
Yeah, I don't even know what he like gets out of this, to be honest. Other than the fact that like he's getting revenge on the guy that like yelled at him. I don't know. So, okay, so he admits to that. Jin gets up to leave, and he mentions he's like, hey, it's gonna take more than that to drug me. And like Johnny looks shocked. So basically, Johnny and the bartender were in cahoots to try to drug Jin. And not even that, it seems like something he does often to people, because he had like a code word to the bartender. He was like, hey, give me my usual. So yeah, Johnny just is like a serial rapist, it seems like.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, really fucked up.
Also,
Terrible person.
Jin leaving like that is also just kind of hot.
Oh, Jin absolutely big dicked him this whole conversation. Like he is so mad, but like he knows everything, and he just like gets up and was like, I know you tried to drug me, but you can't. So, and also he recorded the whole conversation. So that's yeah, very, he's thought ahead. So because of this, Jin and Akin make up. Um, and he tells Akin that like, you know, I love you. You didn't sleep with Johnny. Like he admitted to all this shit, and then he like plays the recording as proof, basically. And a part of this conversation also includes Johnny admitting to like sleeping with directors like for his roles. So maybe that could be used as blackmail. Maybe not, because they both kind of have dirt on each other now. So yeah, crazy.
We're back together.
Yeah, yay, yeah. Good boyfriend Jin in this situation, just like knowing that something isn't right, and instead of like, you know, dropping a kin who is very traumatized, he like goes out and, you know,
Yeah,
finds the truth out for both
Jin
of them.
Jin's too obsessed with a kid to break up with him like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's such a ride or die. So I love him for that. And then there is a shower NC scene, and I just think it's funny how they just like don't have any normal NC scenes.
They don't.
No, they get really creative with all of them, so yeah, good for them. And Akin writes a letter to his grandma about Jin. He's close to his grandma. They keep in touch through like writing letters. His grandma's like sick, kind of bedridden, so yeah, he kind of writes a letter. He's like, "Hey, I met this amazing person. I'd love for you, to meet him one day." Yeah, very sweet. And yeah, I know. And so the play ends up going well. Like after the play, Johnny is being followed by like some kid um who ends up being a character named Naru later. Oh, in this scene he looked like he was 12, but he's like not 12. Um and someone swipes Akin's water bottle at the end. And I don't know, yeah, this will come back kinda. But we're going to start our next arc here. So, yeah, so that's that crazy episode. It's a lot. It's the last two episodes are quite heavy. I will say though, from here on out, I kind of don't give a shit what happens to the rest of the show. Like, it's just, it's like a new show. Like, because all of the stuff that happened previously is kind of wrapped up by now. And now we just start like new shit. It's like, oh, okay. Feels like a season 2 almost.
At this point, has has Jin won an award yet? The best actor? Have we gotten to that?
I think that happens at the end of the show.
Okay. I was like, because technically they're
Yes and
still not
no.
dating.
Yeah. Yeah, according to their rules, I
Right?
guess.
Which is why
I
this is
guess
stupid.
not, but yeah, they forget about it completely.
Right?
Well, not really because
No, they make a
okay,
point of it,
well,
but
they make a point of it. But it's not will you date me? It's a lot more than that by the time he wins the
yeah.
award.
Mm-hmm.
So, it will come back, but yeah, maybe it's a different like an award another year or something, like maybe some time goes by, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not dating,
So,
dating.
not dating. Maybe he wins an award, it's just not really featured, so but they are for all intents and purposes they're together.
Yeah.
So episode 8 is Classroom Crush. This is a random ass episode. I okay. I hate this whole like stalker subplot, but we'll get into it. So someone is taking like pictures of Akin and he's like scolding Johnny. Like they have to like work together still kind of, which is like fucked up, but Akin's kind of like scolding him and he thinks he sees something and it's someone taking pictures of him, but he doesn't quite see all of that. So just get like a little hint. And he's gonna like follow them, but then he gets distracted by Jin, who appears, and he has his like junior with him named Naru, who was the kid following Johnny around the other day. And Jin also shows Johnny the recording of him admitting to sleeping with the director. So he's like, you better keep your hands off Akin. Don't talk to him, because I have this on you. Exactly. As he should.
Possessive lead.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, yeah, in the best way. Like he is like literally a shooter for Akin. Like he would do anything for that man. And then there's like an NC scene where Jin is like, "Ooh, Akin, you should put on this like student uniform." Like it's like the same uniform he wore like 10 years ago for a role, so they do a little bit like role play with that. Um
Such a random
and
moment.
it's so random. And they're in like public. Like they're in like a office room in their like company building
Yeah.
or something similar. And so yeah, it's kind of like in public, but they're like hooking up in there. And someone is taking pictures of this.
Smart. If you have a secret relationship, maybe don't be exhibitionists.
Yes. um yeah. I like this plot point. Like I like the idea of this like stalker character. I just think the writing gets really poor, like how they handle the situation. But like this whole stuff is like I think cool plot point. Like I don't want to say I dislike that. Like I think it's definitely interesting. I just hate how it unravels. But yeah, so the school uniform he was wearing does have like a specific pin on it. So we'll keep that in mind. And then Akin goes to the grocery store after, and he runs into this girl who's like a fan of him, and she's like kind of creepy and off-putting, and she's asking him like weird questions, and he realizes that she's wearing like that same pin, like the exact same one. Like it's not her school uniform, it's not anyone's school uniform, it's like a costume pin, and so he's like feeling like creeped out a bit, especially because he was paranoid earlier with someone like maybe taking pictures of him or something. So he goes home. He finds that pin on his apartment floor. Terrifying. Oh yeah, like that is like I was ready for her to come out with like a bloody axe like out of the closet or something. Like I would not sleep. So the next day he goes to Sign, who I think is like his manager or something, and he's like, "Can you please add more security? There's like this creepy girl following me around." And Sign's like, "Oh yeah, definitely." And as if to prove his point, the sassing lady, the fan, she runs up as they're leaving the building, and she's a total psycho. And so she is like, "Oh yeah, I'm delivering you a letter from your grandma." And also, here's a folder, and it's full of like printed out photos of like printed photos that she took of Jin and Akin kissing in that one room that one time, like with the costume on. And she just like runs away. Yeah, and so it both like Akin and his manager are looking at this fucking this like letter from his grandma, which is creepy that she was in contact with his grandma, and also like printed out these private pictures she took. And also I don't think the manager knew about like their relationship, so it's kind of like a oh shit, okay, my relationship was just outed.
There's a lot
So
happening all at once with this.
yeah. Yeah, so that's crazy. So of course they're in like crisis mode, and
Hmm.
they're all discussing like what do we do. um Jen comes in. It's really sweet. He like apologizes, and he feels really guilty because he's like, "Oh, I'm the one who asked you to wear that uniform. Like it's all my fault." Um, but he's like really sweet. They're kind of like cuddling while the managers are discussing like what to do, and the managers kind of see that, and they're just like, "Aw." So they're like supportive, like over at Akin's company. Sigma, on the other hand, they seem to be doing something sketchy. Uh, we don't really know what yet, but they're up to some shit, as per usual. Yeah. So Akin holds like a press conference then. This is when the plot starts getting kind of fuzzy to me, cause it's about like I guess there are rumors that he is a Sasang fan, and then there are also rumors that he is in a relationship with Jin. But the pictures aren't released yet. I think she was maybe just on Twitter being like, I've been following him and I have these pictures of them kissing. But she hasn't released them. But people have been noticing this, and so he does a press conference where he just like denies this. Or he's like, yeah, she's stalking me, but she's lying about my relationship. Well, and then the next scene, she's like in jail. So it's like, I guess they caught her. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Like,
Yeah.
did okay, I don't know.
I mean, if
I
she's
guess
lurking around,
breaking and entering or something.
yeah, if she's lurking around him that much, it shouldn't be too hard to catch her. Um,
Yeah. But yeah, so she's just like in a jail cell, or she's in some cement block room. I don't know. It's
mhm,
really weird. It doesn't explain how she got there,
mhm.
um but they tell her, they're like, you have to delete the photos or we're going to take legal action against you. Um and like a king goes up and has this like weird conversation with her where he like puts his hand on her head and he's just like, I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed. And I will always love you, my fan, my dear fan. And it's so weird. It's like, bro, what? You should be like,
You're not my
yeah, like you don't want to give her like extra delusion.
I guess he tried to take the nice approach in hopes that she
Yeah.
reforms or whatever, and I would never. I'd be like, "You're a fucking creep. You're not my fan."
Yeah. No, literally. Yeah. It's an interesting approach.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it kind of works. Um so yeah, that happens.
Mhm.
She's like, "Sure, I'll delete it." And Jade, now he wants to make like a movie sequel of the Gemini show. And so he asks Akin, he's like, "Hey, do you want to reprise your role? Um, I
Yep.
got some work for you." But he also warns Akin, he's like, "Okay, but there just keep in mind though that there might still be copies of like the photos out there somewhere, like, you know,
Yeah. That's
we
probably.
can't be 100% sure they're deleted."
Mm-hmm. That's gotta be stressful because like stuff like that's gonna happen, right? Like in real life where you can do whatever you want to block it, but if somebody sent those photos to literally anyone else, like you're out of luck. It's just gonna
Yeah,
linger
you
in the
can't
back of
stop
your.
everyone.
Yeah. I would have so much anxiety for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I
me
have
too.
enough. I don't need more.
I know. Yeah, it's tough. I don't even know like what you do in that situation.
Therapy, I guess.
Yeah, and just I don't know. Yeah, just hope it never happens.
Yeah.
So, um oh, and then Akin does present the best newcomer award to Jin. So now they're technically dating.
No, no, because he has to win Best Actor. So they're
Oh,
still not
you,
dating.
you can't you can't just do best newcomer?
No, he wanted him to have Best
Mm.
Actor.
Best actor.
Yeah.
That okay, that is funny. That is like unattainable.
Like
That's
the
some shit
bar
where
is
it's like, yeah,
so
I'll
high,
date you in 5 years.
right? Especially like
Okay.
Akin is the one who won that most recently, so like
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, he's on his way. And it's cute that Akin was the one to like present the award
Mhm.
that Jin won. So baby steps.
Yep.
And I love the scene. They have this like cute little after party where they're like just hanging out like on the floor, like watching TV, and they're like eating and drinking together, and they're just like genuinely like hanging out and like enjoying each other's company. And it's really cute to see, especially after like, all the shit they've been through
Yep.
last couple episodes. I do really like them as a couple.
Yeah.
Like they are super cute.
Mhm.
But then the final scene of that episode, we have Sigma's CEO's assistant. He is passing a USB to some guy under a bridge, like as if it's a drug deal. Like, why do you have to do like it's you could probably just like meet up like outside their house. Like no one's going to like notice. Or just have him come to the office. I don't know why this is like a drug deal.
Yeah, dramatic for no reason.
Yeah, they have like hat, glasses, mask, like, and there's like, here are the goods.
Because I'm
And
pretty
it's like a USB. It's not illegal.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure the next time we see both of them, they're in one of the Sigma offices anyway.
Yeah, like you could have just done it there. I don't know why you guys are like under a bridge. But that kind of cracked me up. I was like,
Hmm.
I love how they're treating this like like it's like sketchy.
Hmm.
But I could literally walk in public and hand anyone a USB and no one's going to think
Nope.
twice about it. So you
Nope.
could have done it too.
Especially if it's like some behind the scenes staff member, right? That
Yeah.
maybe not everybody knows, so it's not gonna be like, you know, it's not like Jin passing like a USB to somebody. Like people would notice that and be like, "Well, that's weird."
Yeah. It's an assistant. His job is to run errands. Like this. This
Yeah.
is not out of the ordinary for him.
Hmm. So, episode 9 is titled Judy's Boy. And I don't think we touched on it earlier in, but like being Judy's boy is like a big thing. That's like another like notch of I've made it basically of like if she's claimed you as like hers, it's another way of getting like more attention and popularity and whatever. So like somebody's about to be Judy's boy. Um
Mm-hmm. I want to be Judy's boy.
same. So we start with Jin and Kin being a cute couple. Yay, right? Things are
Yay.
good for like 5 minutes. And then Sigma is like meeting with um like I get a journalist, reporter, I don't know. I don't know what you want to call him. He does all the like celebrity bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um I'm assuming that's who the person under the bridge was. Um they're all meeting
I think,
together
yeah.
because Sigma has like the Sasang photos, right? And they're like, "Hey, you should spread these photos for us." But like when you do, make sure it's a little more obvious that it's a kin, but hide Jin. So like only use the photos where like you can like blur it, but like
Mm-hmm.
make sure people are gonna assume it's a kin. But then we're gonna like not do that to Jin, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
You're gonna shoot down the competition, so your artist has a
mhm.
clear shot to the top.
Yeah. So that's exactly what happens, right? Jin and Ken are actually like doing a photo shoot when all this leaks. So they're like together. And it's one of those like it's obviously Ken is the only one whose name is leaked, even though it's blurred and you can't completely tell it's him. And the first thing Sigma does is go, "Hey, that other one's not Jin." Just immediately like,
Thanks.
yeah, great,
That's not questionable at all.
yeah, and
Like, imagine, I'm just thinking, like, a Dispatch releases, like, a K pop dating scandal, and they're like, oh, it's Baekhyun making out with some person, and then they're just like, it's not Chanyeol. like, like, okay, well, now I'm starting to think it might be him.
yeah, that's
That wasn't
weird.
my first thought, but okay.
Hmm. Yeah. Who was it? Was it Kai and Taemin? The I think it was Kai and Taemin that
Yeah,
that
they've
were
definitely
like,
had dating rumors.
yeah, I think it was they were like scootering around or whatever, and one of them had longer hair. It was probably Taemin had longer hair at the time, so they thought Kai was on a date with somebody until it turned around and it was just Taemin. I
Just
was like, oh,
Taemin, yeah.
that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but with this, there's pretty immediate backlash for Akin, who's starting to lose brand deals and projects and stuff already. Um, and so Akin goes to Jade and he's like apologizing for how things have like turned out with these photos and he's like take me off of the Gemini show. Leave Jin in though, whatever, right? Like don't let it impact his career. Um like he's still safe from all this for right now. And Jade's like, "Actually, I think Sigma is behind all this bullshit." Um and that they set you up, Akin, and they're protecting Jin in this way basically and it's like, you know, basically what you said earlier of taking a kin down to raise up Jin, right? And so Jade's like, we're just gonna pause Gemini for the moment and just put it to the side while we deal with this. This is more important, right? When Akin is back at like his one vending machine he's always around. Um and he runs into like that journalist guy, whatever, who leaked the photos. His name is Champ, I believe. And he's basically blackmailing Akin. He's like, "Hey, so I have more photos, and I can make this a real big problem for your boyfriend Jin here. But if you give me some spicier photos and like looks them up and down," and he's like, "then I won't reveal Jin, and I will do this instead." And literally, he's asking for nudes.
Crazy. Like, bro, don't give the person who's threatening to leak your photos of your penis. Like,
Yeah, what
like
are we doing?
he's just gonna leak those.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what he's saying is like, I if you give me other photos to leak, I won't leak Jin's photos from this scandal, right? So like Jin's career will be fine because that's where
Yeah.
Ken's worried right now, right? Like he's like, my career's fucked at the moment. Um and like Akin has been like avoiding Jin since like all this happened, right? And so he finally calls him and meets up with him on like a rooftop or whatever, and he's like, "Let's break up." And Akin's like, "This was never meant to be serious for me anyway, whatever." And Jin's like, "I don't. This is bullshit. What are you talking about?" Like, doesn't buy a
Okay.
single word of this breakup.
And I love it because then Akin's like, yeah, you're right.
But Akin's like, "I'll stay with you one last time, right? Which means let's go have sex. We're gonna go have breakup sex, right?" And that's what they do. They go have breakup sex. There's a lot of crying. Um, and at one point, Jin is like, "Did I mean so little to you?" And Akin looks at him and is like, "You were never supposed to mean anything at all," which I think is just very iconic, sad as fuck lines, right? But like, just the way it
Mhm.
hit, because I would say for how ridiculous this NC scene is, like the emotions there are so intense. Um,
Mhm.
and that line, like the way they like did it, it hit because there's a lot of pauses in between of just them like just staring at each other. Um,
Mhm.
but then the crying
I
was
love
killing me.
this show's commitment to having the most creative NC scenes is
Yes,
lovely, honestly.
yes. I just going straight to breakup sex was just. I know it's a thing. It's not one I'm familiar
Mhm.
with, but I know it's a thing. But like crying through it and all this was just wild to me.
Yeah, no, honestly, I love crying during sex from just like a viewer standpoint. I'm like, honestly,
Can I clip
yeah.
that?
Yeah. I feel like all of our clips, I just look like a total freak. I need to stop saying things.
No, don't. It's
But
funny.
yeah, I love this. It's like, honestly, hell yeah. But don't break up.
No. But also the amount of times that Akin has cried in the show, I feel like the directors were like, you know what? Boom's a pretty crier. Let's see how many times we can make him cry.
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, this motherfucker is always crying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
every episode, he is a sobbing mess.
I feel like I can't say anything because I'm also a crybaby, but like, damn.
But damn.
So after all that's done, Jin's like asleep in the back of the bed or whatever, and Akin's like sitting there, and he like calls the journalist guy, champ, whatever, and he's like deals on basically, um, which is kind of crazy. And he's like, yeah, like don't leak any photos of Jin, whatever, and I will do what you want. We got it, right? Like while he's sitting next to a quote unquote sleeping Jin. And then like you see him
Mhm.
leave and he leaves the couple's necklace, like the North Star necklace on the nightstand. But then you find out Jin was awake the entire time. He was just facing the wall crying.
Mhm.
So he heard something, right? Um
Mhm.
and a kid gets drunk again. And he's
Oh my
like
god.
crashed out in Jade's office. Like there's trash and food everywhere, and he's just kind of like laying there. And Jade walks in and is like, "Are you fucking done yet? Can we start to work on fixing this and whatever?" And Akin fesses up to like the deal he made of like, "Yeah, these like spicy photos, and it'll save Jin or whatever." And Jade flips his shit. I don't entirely understand what this whole moment is because he like
I don't either.
pins him to the ground and he's like acting like he's about to essay Akin for some reason, right? Like his hand is
Yeah.
up his shirt or whatever, and I'm like, what are we doing?
What are we doing here? I also, this is when this lost me too. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, because I don't know if he was like, you don't know what this guy's gonna do. Like I don't know if he was implying that Champ is gonna essay Akin when they do the nude photo shoot or like what? I don't
I
know.
don't know. And I don't know if it's something to do with like Jade's love issues that he's been having, but I don't know why he's taking that out on a kin. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a weird
I
moment,
really, yeah, I don't understand this.
and Akin is kind of just so fed up with fucking everything that he's more or less just like, bring it on, go ahead and assault me. Nothing gets worse than this anyway. Um, which is when Jade backs off, and he's just
Yeah.
mad in a corner now. And Akin's like, my career's over at this point anyway. Who gives a fuck, right? Let me just have this, right? And Jade's like, you don't have to do this fucking alone, right? Like, stop. He's like, trust me, we can solve this without ending your career. Stop it. And then Akin, like next day or whatever, runs into Johnny, right? Who's like, yeah, so the other person in the photo is totally Jin, isn't it? And you guys have broken up. And Akin's just kind of like, fuck off, right? And like, um, Jin walks by and like doesn't acknowledge any of them, and he's whatever. And Akin leaves, and Johnny's like, "Yeah, so what's up with you two?" And Jin's just like, "None of your business. Please go away." Right? And Judy like shows up or whatever. Um, and so we have that, and then like Akin later is over at his manager Sign's house, Sign, and like he's talking with Sign and Sign's wife, whatever, and he gets a pep talk about like love and how you have to stick it out through the good and the bad and whatever, and not leave just because things get hard. Hmm.
Hmm.
Right? And the kid's
Hmm.
like, huh, okay. And then we're back in the building, and Akin is like coming out from the building, and he's going out to meet the reporter guy because the guy's like, yeah, I'm here to pick you up so we can go do this photo shoot because they're gonna do just like a legit nude photo shoot is what the plan is apparently. Um,
Like, okay. I guess that's better than just like sending him a mirror selfie.
yeah,
Like, it's a little classier, but it is
it's weird.
weird.
And like on his way down, he ends up alone in like the elevator with like Jin, and Jin's like clearly very mad at him at this moment, and is like up like against his face, and Akin just kind of like panicked and whatever, and Jin's like, you really think I'm gonna do something? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Um, and he just gets mad and storms off, whatever. And like, they, Judy shows up at some point and she like kisses him on like the cheek or something like that, of like, oh yeah, I'm collecting my reward now for later because they have to go do a live interview together for whatever project they're working on. Um,
Hmm.
and so Akin is now like downstairs. He's getting ready to walk out, and Jade shows up and is like, "Absolutely not. You need to stop. You need to chill the fuck out. Like, stop it." Right? And while they're doing that, the live stream for the interview is playing on like a TV behind them, and Jin is talking, and they're like talking with Judy and whatever, and something comes up about the photos about Akin because somebody was like, "Oh, Jin's this flirty with everyone," because like one of the questions was like, "Jin and Judy, are you guys a couple?" Right? And Judy's immediately like, "No, we're not." But you never know what's going to happen in the future, right? Um, and then that's where it was like, "Oh yeah, Jin used to be really close with the kin, but ever since the scandal, they haven't been close, whatever." And that's where Jin's like, "Actually, speaking of that scandal, I should clear the air. The photo isn't a kin," which is immediately where like Kin and Jade both like stop and just like stare at the TV, like, "Where is this going?" Right? And Jin is like, "That photo is me, and the other person is Judy." Like, interesting. And now Akin is crying again.
Yeah, this excuse, I'm like, who would buy this? Cause like, would it if it really wasn't a kid? Wouldn't he sooner be like, yeah, it's not me?
I mean,
Also, everyone
yeah.
thinks it's him.
Yeah, I will say that after this, all of a sudden, all the like the YouTubers and whatever are like doing side by side comparisons of like the blurry photo and like Judy, and they're like, oh yeah, their lips are the same and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
they're connecting dots that don't actually exist. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, episode 10, Flowers and Tears. Basically it's not them kiss it's not Jin and Judy kissing cuz they're a couple now. It's because they're just like, "Oh, it was from a show." It's like it was from a scene we did in a show together, like, but it
mhm,
got out of hand. So, we're not together. It's just like all a big misunderstanding.
mhm,
So, that's good. Like, and it kind of gets everyone off the hook.
yeah,
And now Akin doesn't have to do his like weird nude photo shoot.
thank
So,
God.
yeah. So that works out. Judy's a homie. She's in on it. She understands everything. So,
We love Judy.
yeah.
She's great.
So Jin and Akin now they are like back together. They exchange rings. All is good pretty much. Until Akin's grandma dies.
Mm,
Mm,
sad.
yeah. And it's really sad. I mean, this is the person that Akin is like closest to. Like, it's his remaining family member.
Mhm.
So he goes and he visits like her bedside and kind of reads his last letter about Jin, and like because the last thing she sent to him was like, "Oh, I would love to meet Jin, like please bring him around and whatever." And so this kind of letter was like to follow up for that, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll bring Jin to meet you soon," but unfortunately they didn't quite have time. So grandma does leave him like a final letter, but they decide to like kind of wait to open it for later. Yeah. But Akin does have a dream where he gets to introduce Jin to her. It's like very lovely. Grandma seems like a nice woman, and we'll learn more about her. So that's when this after the dream they decide to open grandma's letter, and it's her saying goodbye. Like, she knew she was dying and she knew she would never see them again. So it's basically that. And then she's also leaving behind her like scripts for him, because she was also like a playwright, like a really famous playwright. So yeah, she leaves like her original scripts behind for him. And they have a funeral, and the media shows up to the funeral, which I thought was weird. I don't know if that's like normal.
I I think it's because she was such a like prolific actor and screenwriter. I think that's why.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, they literally show up and they're like, "Oh, Akin, what are your future plans?" And he's like, "Well, I'm doing a play next." um Cuz he's kind of like in the meantime he's decided he wants to adapt her really famous play into like a movie, and so he plans to write the script for that. So that's kind of all he gives them for now. But then Sigma show up to the funeral and they are like not welcome, and everyone's like, "What are they doing here?" And they literally just go up to Jin and they're like, "Hey, get your ass back to work," because Jin's taking all this time off to be with his boyfriend whose grandma just died.
How dare he have feelings?
Yeah, I know exactly. And I mean, they're also just so mad that they're still together. So,
Yeah. Their big plan failed so far.
yep. They're cooking up a new plan though. Um, cause so Akin's plan to make the movie, he consults Jade about this, and Jade is like, "I will help you make this movie. Like, that play is the reason why I like did this career." And so he calls for the rights to buy the play. But a little bit earlier, Sigma also figured out what was happening and called for the rights to the play. And now I'm like, "Grandma, I love you, but instead of giving me just your script, you couldn't even give me the right to the play."
There had to have been an easier way to do this.
Yeah, like thanks for the paper, but I would have loved the copyright because now I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Also, fuck Sigma. Um,
Yes, yeah, they such a bitch move. And so Jin has to go back to work now because Sigma they keep yelling at him like that he needs to work, so he has to go back. And then Sigma announces that uh, they're like, hey, based on the late playwright and actress, we're making this movie. Yeah, which is all kinds of fucked up because literally her grandson was gonna do that and you stole it from him. Terrible, yeah. Awful company.
so it was after
So,
this. Hold on, before we get in the
oh
last,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
after this is where things kick off with Smart and Boom and all that. So this episode, and then this happens, and then
Yeah.
like halfway between the next episode, which is a crazy time to announce that you're breaking a ship before the show
Yeah,
even ends.
before the final episode comes out. Like, and this was so confusing, and especially because the show now is about like evil companies, and now
Yeah,
we just have real life evil companies breaking the ship when in the show there are evil companies trying to break the ship.
yeah.
It was too meta.
It really was in the weirdest
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. So
So,
yeah, it made for like a really weird tone
mm-hmm.
watching the final episode.
Yeah, which is why it took
And
me like 3 months to finally get around to watching it.
yeah. And honestly, nothing happens this episode anyway, so um okay. It's called Me Tesoro. So it's my treasure. And it's interesting that there's only 11 episodes. I think when I was watching this, I expected a 12th, and then I was like, oh, I think it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, the episode starts, and they're really trying to make Johnny and Naru a thing. As if we didn't literally watch Johnny assault a kin and try to drug Jin. Like, he's literally just like a character in the show now, and it's like, what? Like, I'm supposed to root for him and his little boyfriend, and he is literally a serial rapist, I think. Cause,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was weird. I was like, you could have a deplorable, awful character, but they have to stay deplorable and awful. You can't just be like, and now ship him with this other guy. It's like, no.
No.
What?
I can only ship like an awful character like that with another character if the other character is also awful.
Yeah, I know, 100% agree. And like Naru's just like he literally looks like he's like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just like looks really young and like it's like oh, this is like a weird
What's the actor's age gap?
ship.
So Peanut plays Johnny, and he was born in 2002, and then Euro plays Naru, and he was born in 2006. So there's a 4 year age gap. Um,
Okay.
Euro was literally 18 when he was filming this.
Okay, and he looks like he looks very young, but just character-wise, I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
yeah,
like first of all, like I don't even want to focus on Johnny as a character. Like we haven't focused on him at all basically,
yeah,
except for the scenes when he was like trying to assault people. So I don't really know why in the last episode we're suddenly trying to make this a thing. Um yeah. So
yeah,
that was weird. Like it's just weird. Like he's just like normal. They're just like, oh, my acting career. It's like, no, how about your career in prison?
yeah. So before Smart Boom got blown to smithereens as a ship, Top
Mm.
Form was supposed to be a trilogy, like 3 seasons.
Yes, yep, yeah, and they
So,
were like, yeah.
so I suspect that Johnny and Naru would have grown, and like this is planting seeds for later season stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is what this was. But we're just never gonna get that now because there's no way they're gonna do a proper season two.
I highly doubt it
I
at
don't
this point.
with
I don't even want it at this point.
no, because that's where what did get announced was Akina with
Mm.
Boom, and I think it's the guy who plays Jay Toei. I
Mm.
think. Yeah. So those are the only two casts, but they're not a pairing though. Like I don't know what that means because I heard it's BL, but it's not Toei Boom. So
I kind of would like out of all the characters in the show, that's kind of what I would want.
yeah,
So that's interesting. Who is he gonna be BLing with?
I have no idea. I don't know what we're doing. Like I don't know if we're because Akina was the first show that
Mhm.
Jin and Akin filmed together. It was a cop show. It's the one where the pole fell.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that's what we're
we're just
getting.
gonna skip over the scenes that Jin was in.
Right? Like, are we recasting that? Because it also doesn't
Yeah,
make sense. Because like Jade was the producer for that.
yeah, he wasn't. Unless, yeah,
So I don't know where we're going with this. Is all.
I I don't either. I don't know if they know, but
Yeah, I think there's
I
a
guess we'll
trailer.
find out.
Yeah, I think they did a trailer for it. I haven't watched yet.
It's just Akin and it's red,
Is that all it
and
was?
that's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's why I haven't seen it then. Because they're
Yeah, it doesn't. It's nothing about the plot or anything. It's just like uh conceptual.
okay.
Like
Cool.
it looks cool, but
Yeah.
like it doesn't tell you anything about the project.
Yeah. So I mean, great. Boom's getting more work, but like, yeah, the fact that it's somehow tied to top form, but not at this point, has me very confused.
Me too. Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious.
Yeah, because I can't imagine it being a sequel to top form. So
No, there's no. It's just not possible at this point.
no, unless because recasting Smart is gonna be so hard. Because
Dude, everyone like no one wants that.
no, nobody's gonna be happy with it. And the thing is, if you go look at like the artwork from like the original IP, Smart looks so much like the character. I
Mm,
like it's uncanny how well they
mm,
matched him. So to do that a second time with another actor that's gonna have the right chemistry with Boom and then get fans on board with it, I don't think it's gonna happen.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Yep.
with the show,
Mhm.
um, Jin and Akin they sit down with the Sigma CEO and they try to like negotiate the rights, but they refuse. So
Mhm.
he like so Akin at least tries to like um give them like his movie script. He's like, listen, I already wrote this. Have Jin play the lead. Like he's your actor. My script. Like I'm okay with this. And so the CEO is like, okay, I'll consider it, but only if you break up. And if you don't break up, I'm gonna tell the public.
So dumb.
So dumb. Like
Why are we doing this?
again, like seriously, why do you like? I, you want them to break up so the public doesn't find out, but like, call so you're gonna tell the public like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
they
like
call him on this bluff at least, but
mhm.
it's bad. It's a bad bluff.
Yeah.
So Judy ends up reading the script, and the CEO like trusts Judy. She's like their biggest actor, so she reads the script and she cries. She loves it, so that helps their case. And then Akin and Jin they tie for sexiest man of the year so
Ooh,
far.
okay. Cool.
Mm,
Nice.
yeah. Okay. So I guess Akin or Jin has achieved his goal of being equal footing.
Yep.
Did that.
Mhm.
And then Jade, Jin, and Akin, they revisit the Sigma CEO, and like with this new tie, they use it as kind of like a bargaining tool.
Mhm.
And I think that plus Judy's reaction to the script, they agree that like Jin is gonna star and Akin is going to direct it. He has to quit acting, but they will allow him to direct it, and he's like, sure, that's fine.
It's so dumb.
So yeah, it is.
But sure, whatever.
um, yeah, whatever. Like, sure, I'll quit acting.
Right.
Yeah. So they shoot the movie. Akin now gives Jin 10 out of 10.
Yay.
He knocks it out of the park. And then they move in together, and then Jin asks Akin to marry him, but then he's like, not until you win Best Actor award. Which is silly. I think it's cute. Like, it's like not serious, but you know.
Mhm.
Okay, Jin wins Best Actor award, and he's kind of like, oh, to Akin, remember our promise.
Mhm.
And then it's kind of implied they got married, but they don't like we skip over the wedding and all of that. It's just like there's a sign on their wall that says like just married.
Yep.
So we skip all of that.
Who cares
And
about
then
weddings?
who gives a shit?
Me.
And Jade, yeah. And it ends with Jade calling, and he's like, Akin, do you want to be in my movie? And Akin is like, oh, but I already retired from acting. And Jade is like, trust me on this. And that's
Um.
it. Very anticlimactic. We should have ended with like the wedding
Yeah. I mean, I guess
or the
this.
award, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, I guess this whole setup of Akin to be in the next movie was to set up season 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of Akin's backtracking on his retirement, which was the deal for his movie to get made and whatever. And
Yeah.
um, I saw at some point from people who read the original IP behind it, and of like, because I think Akin has to go like abroad for a movie or something like that, and so they're separated again for a while or something. There's something like that to it. Um,
Hmm.
you know, because we gotta cause drama for the happy couple after all the drama they've been through.
Yeah, I just don't know. I feel like the show like could have ended at episode 8. I don't even they don't need these extra episodes, and I also feel like they don't need 2 more seasons.
Yeah,
Like I
and
don't know what happens. Like I haven't read the book, so
mhm,
obviously it seems like a lot of stuff happens, but
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It just like this the last couple episodes are just really a letdown to me, and it kind of just like I really the beginning of the show was so strong, but by the end I just kind of tired of it.
yeah. I definitely I think that was the other reason it took me so long to finish it was just because it does go here's all this stuff and maybe we should have
Mhm.
spent more time on this and like dragged it out a little bit, not too much because I think it would have been overdone too, but
Mhm.
like maybe drag out a little bit more of like Jen pursuing, during the 21-day thing. Um or something like that, more drama in the upfront or something. Or just leave it at 8 episodes. That's fine with me too.
Yeah, I think like the sassing thing was good, but it should have been resolved better. Like it was just kind of
Yeah.
written poorly.
Mhm.
And I think like the grandma stuff in the script was like good, but I think it was again resolved strangely and then
Yeah.
kind of just petered out. So like I definitely like I see where a lot of this was going, but the execution on some of it wasn't my favorite. But I mean, like I said, like the first like 7 episodes I loved. So
Yeah.
I definitely have mixed feelings about the series. Like I don't want to be negative because the vast majority of it I really did like.
Mhm.
It's just yeah, it's kind of just sad how it ended was kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I feel like towards the end they try to speed run a lot of different things at the same time, right? The
Yeah.
sussing thing, the whatever, the photos thing, the script thing. Like it's all
Yeah,
a, very short.
and Jin doesn't do anything like psycho. So it's like who like what happened to him?
Mhm.
Where did his personality go?
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely does get more subdued and he gets smarter with how he kind of like bulldozes through everything, like the faking that the photos are him and Judy, right? Like that was smart of
Mhm.
him to cover for Akin, but I also can't imagine him not just going, "Yeah, that was me with Akin." Like as soon as it went, like
Yeah,
to let him sit,
proudly.
yeah, to let Akin sit there and like deal with losing all the brand deals and stuff alone. I feel like Jin would have spoken up.
Yeah. Yeah. I did like this show. I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting and unique and cool, and it's really sad what happened in real life and how I mean, we might get a spin-off, but I don't we'll never have more of these two most likely
Yeah.
cuz their own IRL companies are beefing and won't let them be together, and
Yeah.
it's a mess and terrible. So,
Yeah. I'm curious if Smart's gonna have another show after this, because obviously, like Boom's main thing has always been acting.
mhm.
Um, like he's
And
been,
Smart's going music route,
yeah.
unfortunately. Uh,
Oh, he's got a. What is this? Is this? Oh, this is one of those where it's. We've been waiting for 3 years. I think it's canceled. So okay. Um.
mm,
Yeah. I. Yeah. He did music, and that's about it, I guess.
mhm.
Like even if he wants to do like non BL shows or something, like I'd like to see him because I think he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. It's sad because I did like Smart Boom as a pairing. I thought they could have gone a long way. Um.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and
Mhm.
see what shakes down with
Yeah.
them.
So bummer. But hey, now we've covered Top Form and Smart Boom.
Yeah, yep.
So.
Get the whole story.
Mhm. Um. Well, you can find our merch at the merch shop at blintheair-shop.fourthwall.com. Link is also in the link tree. And you can find us on our socials, as always, on Instagram and TikTok at bl.in.the.air. Twitter is bl in the air. Discord invite link is also in the link tree. You can watch us on Spotify and YouTube and listen wherever you're currently listening. And we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.